note to self, make sure I ban Never Gonna Give You Up every single time I go offline to make sure that he can't sneak a peek at whatever I type in chat whenever I'm testing stuff out. But the reason why, Never, I was typing in exclamation point player was I was busy testing out the races to make sure that people could, the view races actually work this time. So I think last time I don't know why, but last week the view races weren't really doing too great in that they weren't working at all. But seeing as though Never did get the first redeem, that means that Never gets 5 bonus points going into today's races. And hello and welcome as well to Never Gonna Give You Up, of course, as well as Red Robotic Man and Laser 3. Glad to know it's not related to rigging. Well, some would argue. What I do off stream is of no concern to you guys. Let me just make sure I have everything set up. I will say this week we do have a new... I don't know if it's a new set of horses, but there may be some repeats depending on my memory. I don't know if people would have been recognizing it, but all of my horse names have pretty much all been coming from that one collab stream in Gallop Racer that I had with Spike. But now, after playing so much Super Auto Pets, I've noticed that the adjective noun combination works really well, not for team names in Super Auto Pets, but also for horse names in Marbles. Oh, you finally got your hands on some some La Dubanjiang? Is that one of the alcohol that you were talking about last time, Laser? The supposedly disgusting alcohol. Yeah, the Gallop races have been very useful for me. I'm very grateful that Spike asked me to be on that collab so I could steal some ideas from it. No, Baiju is about 1 week away. Your order doesn't here. Ah. La Dubanjiang is a sauce you wanted to try. Ah, I see. Again, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. I think that's Szechuan style chili and fermented bean sauce. Sounds... Hopefully it's one of the tastier ones and not like the disgusting things that you were referencing last time. Oh, it's an ingredient of mapo tofu. I do love me a good mapo tofu dish. don't know why my mouth feels so dry lately. I've got a big 1.5 liter bottle of water next to me, and hopefully that'll keep me hydrated now. Maybe I'm so thirsty because I took such a big nap earlier today. For some reason, I was able to wake up very early this morning. I woke up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, which, now that I think about it, is probably a regular time to wake up, but for me, it felt really early. And then I ended up taking a nap from like 11 o'clock in the morning till about 2 p.m. I'm trying to get my sleep schedule corrected by, when is it, Thursday? Because again, on Thursday morning, I have to give a presentation for my final year report. So it's kind of important that I wake up early and on time for that. Worst case scenario, I'll ask my roommate to wake me up at like 8 a.m. that morning, just to make sure that I'm somehow awake. I know one option I could do is I could just stay up until like 10 o'clock in the next morning. That's always been a thing for me. Whenever I have to wake up early in the morning, I've always contemplated, do I go to bed early or do I just stay up all night to make sure that I'm awake then? Because you can't oversleep if you never go to sleep in the first place. Good luck with that. I think I should be fine, I hope. At least that's what I'll tell myself to calm the nerves. But hang on, let's move over here though. Oh, my tail's cut off for a bit. There it is. But I think I should be fine. Like I said, it's a little bit scary because of the PTSD in that I've done this before last year and I failed. But my progress this year has been much, much better than last year, so I should be fine. At least. I hope I'm fine. You gotta fake it till you make it, right? I have to sign into Steam. I forgot about that. Who knows? Maybe after it, I'll do a short like guerrilla stream. Well, to be fair, I haven't really planned out a schedule, so who knows what I'll do that day. Because I remember the last time I had to give my mid-year progress presentation, I felt like I was in a talking mood after it, so I immediately started the stream after the presentation. Thankfully, it's an online presentation, so I don't have to worry about actually getting to a venue or something to my presentation. And I get to wear like regular pants. I don't have to I have to dress up fancily to look professional, so I'll have to wear like a button-up shirt and maybe a tie or something. But at least for my lower half, I can safely wear whatever I want. Marbles. There's no update either. Okay, good. Yeah, the reason why, like I said, I was typing in the play commands earlier in the chat. Thankfully, I didn't type anything else in there. That was, would have given stuff away. But last week, I don't know why, but the viewer races weren't really working with marbles on stream. So I was just testing them out, like just before the stream started, to make sure that they are working, and they are indeed working. Just double check. What I think we might do today as well is, we've been doing the standard maps the whole time, but I looked and there's actually not that many. There's only 59 standard maps, right? And there's actually a lot of community maps that we can use instead, as opposed to the regular ones. And hello, Sora! And Wise as well. Hello everybody. Sora, how was your stream earlier? I know you were doing some singing. popped in for a bit there, and it was always nice hearing your stream. Yeah, I think today we're going to try out the community maps, because there's, as you would expect, a lot of community maps compared to the standard ones. Plus, also, I feel like we can only do so many Daytona racetracks, right? But let's see, there's about 30 minutes left, so let me maybe move over here to this screen here. Oh wait, hang on, I had this up still. Alright. Well, I mean, I guess for those who know how it works, you saw a glimpse of the horse names there already. But for those of you who are new and don't know how the horse races work, let me explain. Oops, I accidentally double-clicked there. But the way it works is that we will have 8 races. And before each race, you will be able to bet on one marble of your choice out of 12 possible marbles. And depending on where your marble places in that next race, you will earn points, depending on where they come in. If they come in first place, they will earn 10 fat points. If they come in second place, they'll earn 9 points. Third place earns them 8 points, and it goes down by 1 point each time up until 10th place, which is worth 1 single point. If you DNF or you come in 11th or 12th place, you earn no points at all. At the end of the 8th race, we will tally up the points, and whichever gambler has the most points will win the coveted prize. The prize, of course, being a gift sub to anybody that they want. Any channel, all across Twitch, whoever you want, you will get a gift sub to them. Importantly though, like I said, you can bet before each race, so that means if you want to, if you so choose, you can change it up. You don't have to stick with one horse the entire races. You can maybe bet on one horse in the first race, then change it up and choose a different horse in the second race. Maybe you think that somebody else is going to do a little bit better in the previous races, or compared to the previous races, and you can change it up a bit. But the most important race of all, though, is the 8th final race, because there, the points are worth double. So it is not worth 10 points if you come in first place, it is worth 20 points. If you come in second place, it is worth 18 points instead of 9 points. But that's not to say that all the other races are discredited. Every single race counts. Every single point you accrue will be that much closer to you winning the prize. And hello, Mechanicat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think everybody here is doing good. Everybody here is eager to get some gambling going on here on some marbles. Like I said, there have been multiple times where we've had very tight ties for the prize at the end. And think about it. If you had gotten 1 extra point than the other person, you could have won it hands down. You don't want to be one of those people to be so close. What is it? Always a bridesmaid? You're so close, but so far. I'm sure, though, you're wondering, who are the 12 horses that you can bet on today in these races? Well, you saw a glimpse of them as I flashed their names up, but let's show them up here on screen. Oh yeah, there we are. We have, starting in the top left-hand corner, we have Rapid Hawk, followed by Arctic Crop. Then we have Night Breeze, White Monday, Scotch Swallow, Pretty Death. Followed by, on the right-hand side, you can see we have Modern Pool, Radiant Mood, Rough Sprinter, Super Glow, Smelly Stage, and Tasty Tudor. If you would like to place a bet on any of these 12 fine marbles, all you have to do is type in !bet, followed by one of these 12 names. And I will put you down for it in my little handy-dandy Excel spreadsheet. And welcome, Carmine. I see the bets are already coming in here. We have Carmine betting on Pretty Death. And I will say Carmine has been a previous winner before, so who knows, maybe it'd be quite wise to follow in Carmine's footsteps and bet on Pretty Death as well. Yeah. Never Gonna Give You Up is betting on Rough Sprinter, and let's not forget, Never Gonna Give You Up, because he was the first one on the stream to use the redeem first. He gets a bonus 5 points. Didn't do you much help last week, but who knows, maybe this week could be where it comes into play here. Never Gonna Give You Up, though, is betting on Rough Sprinter. And Mechanicat is betting on Night Breeze. Who else is there? Who else is there? Why is the AI is betting on Modern Pool? Meanwhile, Red Robotic Man is betting on Radiant Mood. So far, nobody is doubling up on their horses just yet. We have a nice even spread of everybody. Unless, of course, somebody here is so dastardly that they would consider committing horseshoe hen. I know Carmine is here, and Carmine is pretty well known for committing Horshian. You think that you will not bet tonight? Well, Laser, again, Laser being the kind god that they are, giving up the first redeem, and also one win was enough. Laser won last week and even gave away the prize to somebody else. Instead, Laser says, no, you know what? I have a 100% win rate. I don't need to bet on a horse. And welcome Nanara as well. As he trying to appease the gods by bringing some sacrifices of the Wigglies there. And let's see, Nanara is betting on Radiant Moon as well, joining Red Robotic Man there. I mean, Radiant Moon has now 2 people betting on him. Surely this could be a buff for Radiant Moon. Ideally then, Radiant Moon should have all the support in the world right now, having both Nanara and Red Robotic Man. Think of all the Wigglies that can be sacrificed in order to power Radiant Moon. Surely they'll have a radiant path to victory now. There are still 7 minutes though, so we'll wait just in case anybody else wants to come by. And then they will have time to put their bets in. And oh my god, Nanara has their own Wiggly now? Ooh. That's actually brilliant. I can hear the sounds of that. Nya. I'm still annoyed that I don't yet have the animated emote slots. I'll get them eventually. And then we'll be able to spam the Wigglies, and also more specifically the gun emote. That's actually, oh, you know what? I should have added the gun. Let me, you know what? While I have time, let me fire up Better TTV and upload the gun GIF. For now. Yeah, we'll get animated emotes eventually. I was a bit scared, thinking, wait a minute, am I not gonna get them, or because I know a couple of weeks ago, or was it months ago, the follower emotes were also rolled out. I have yet to get them though, which is a little bit concerning. Let's see. Can I upload my gun emote? And thank you for following as well, Russian Bro. If you would also like to place a bet, Russian Bro, please type in !bet followed by one of the 12 names on screen. And I'll put you down for one of those horses, aka marbles, while I go ahead and try and upload this GIF. Where is it? Did I not save it? I'm sure I saved it, did I not? Ah, there it is. I have to rescale it into 112 by 112 though. Oh my goodness. GIF rescaler. I feel like I should have done this in the downtime, but I mean we have the time, so we should be fine, I think. But yes, hello Russian Bro. If you would like to place a bet on one of these marbles, please do so in the chat. You still have some time. You have about 5 minutes until the races start proper. Then I just realized you weren't following. Oh, no problem, Russian Bro. Gonna hit the A. Oh, I hope that you have some brilliant dreams then. You dream of some speedy marbles rolling around, or whatever you prefer. Let's see. Will it resize it to 112 by 112 though? 12. 12. Alright, with the GIF now rescaled, I should be able to upload it onto Better TTV, I hope. I'm not sure if this will update instantly for you guys, but we'll have a look and see. This is my... So that's going to upload to Better TTV, and let's see. In theory, if it is an instant update, then the code SHANAPEW, SHANAPEW with a capital S, should in theory work. Invalid image error processing. Never mind. Apparently I cannot use it. I guess there's no animated gun emote for us yet. We'll have to wait until we get blessed by Twitch to give us the actual animated emote slots. But it is only 3 minutes, so maybe it's time that we move across from here over to the racetracks. So let me do some OBS shenanigans quickly, and then I'll get started. Ooh, ah. Okay, there we go. So, game screen should have marbles, right? There we go. And like I said, today we're going to try out the community maps instead of the regular old standard maps. I mean, there's 59 maps here in the standard maps, and I feel like we've gone through all of them. But the community maps, that's something we haven't tried out too often. So, oh, not 12 maps, 8 maps. Let's go with 8 random community maps. Oh my goodness. I can't help but notice one of the maps are called Lap Dance Nightclub. I cannot wait to see that one. And hello Ringe, welcome. Actually, you'll see the horses in just a second. Don't worry Ringe, you'll be just in time to see them. You'll see the horses in all their glory, in fact, once you move over to the racetrack. Let me just double check that the names are correct. They are there. Yeah, one of the race courses are called Lap Dance Nightclub, so I cannot wait to see that. Why is it? Okay, it was just took a while to load there. It was a bit concerning. So, here are your horses. Ringe, since you came late, you can still see the names right here. Feel free to place a bet on one of these 12 marbles. White Monday, Super Glow, Tasty Tudor, Arctic Crop, Modern Pool, Radiant Mood, Smelly Stage, Scotch Swallow, Night Breeze, Pretty Death, Rapid Hawk, and last but certainly not least, Rough Sprinter over there on the side. But before we get the races underway though, you can see it's about to hit 6 o'clock. So let's have a look and see. Also, Eschaton also gets a bet right there at the end. Let me get that down for you. And welcome as well, Eschaton, as well as Ringe. Eschaton is betting on Arctic Drop. Meanwhile, Ringe is betting on Super Glow. So, with everybody's bets in, and it is just now the top of the hour, let's stop this music here and play the opening fanfare to get the festivities underway. A moment of silence while we listen to the opening fanfare here. Let me also remember to unmute it. Thank you everybody for your salutes. And Ringe, the names are decided by pure chance, I suppose, based on a collab I had with Spike a couple of weeks ago and the names that we saw there. But now though, with that out of the way, we can get the race started. With the first race of today, let's get it underway. Here we go. And they're off. Initially, Modern Pool is starting out the start there, but let's have a look and see on Milkman 32's Master Tumbling Legend. You can see everybody is going across here, and there are a little bit of spikes here. Modern Pool is still in the lead with Scotch Swallow close behind there, entering the funnel, and they are falling down here. Modern Pool gets stuck though. Scotch Swallow is in the lead with Pretty Death close behind, but Rough Sprinter sprints right into a pole. That's not what you like to see. Pretty Death though is right up there in front. building a brilliant lead in front of Smelly Stage and Tasty Cheeto, who are close behind. Meanwhile, Radiant Mood and Rapid Hawk rapidly going down those stairs. Look at that speed, flying like a hawk. You can hear him going, caw. I don't know if that's the sound a hawk makes, but that is the sound it makes in my mind. Meanwhile, Pretty Death is still in the lead there with Tasty Cheeto close on the heel. Tasty Cheeto is tasty and wanting those food, but Tasty Cheeto goes back the wrong way, and in fact, Smelly Stage takes the lead though for second place. But Pretty Death is already right there. Then Pretty Death is your first place finish with Smelly Stage coming up close behind in second place. Tasty Cheeto coming up here in third place with where's everybody else? Modern Pool, who was the first one out of the gate. Modern Pool is unfortunately only in fourth place with White Monday coming in fifth place. Rapid Hawk in sixth place. Where's Rough Sprinter? You can see Never is shouting out for Rough Sprinter. Rough Sprinter is in seventh place with Arctic Crop in 8th place, Radiant Mood in 9th place, and Scotch Swallow in 9th. Unfortunately, Super Glow and Night Breeze. Oh my goodness, Night Breeze, you're way back here at this end. But who knows, maybe Night Breeze is just biding their time. You may have been 12th place here in the first race, but who knows, maybe in the next races to come, you can bring it around. And so with our first race done, a commanding lead there by Pretty Death to come in first place. Pretty Death in first place. Smelly Stage in second. Tasty Cheeto in third place. Modern Pool in fourth. White Monday in fifth. Rapid Hawk in sixth. Rough Sprinter in seventh. Arctic Drop in eighth. Radiant Mood in 9th, and 10th place, was Scotch Swallow. And welcome, Spike. You may have missed the first race, but there is still lots of time for you to bet. And in fact, Spike is betting on Night Breeze. Spike, are we looking at the correct screen here? You saw what Night Breeze is, right? Night Breeze came dead last. But who knows, maybe Spike, maybe with your support, Night Breeze can bring it back. OMG, my avatar is so cute. I'm glad that you like it, Aurum the Goblin. I am, of course, the Bongo Cat Army leader. But now the Spike, maybe combined, you and Mechanicat, your support for Night Breeze will propel Night Breeze from 12th place all the way up to a potential first place finish. After all, we like rooting for the underdog, after all. And listen, Radiant may have done fairly poorly, but listen, that is 2 points. That is 2 more points than people like Ringe or Spike or Mechanicat. You have to cherish every single point that you get. See, you should adopt never gonna give you up strategy, or saying, at least you're on the board. And is it too late to join? It is never too late to join Aurum the Goblin. If you would like to place a bet, you can see Spike came in a bit late, but he placed a bet as well. All you have to do is type in !bet and one of the 12 marble names up here on screen, and I'll put you down for that. We are, of course, only in the first race. There are 7 more races, plenty of time for you to earn lots of points. It's only upwards from here, exactly as Red Robotic Man says. You can only go higher, especially considering you only have like what 2 points. Sorry. But as soon as we get your bets in Aurum, I'll write you down for that, and then we'll progress on to the next race. But again, you should have the mentality of Red Robotic Man or never gonna give you up. There's only up. You were joined, but the internet is being annoying, so you have to go and check what's up with that. Sorry. Oh, no problem, Aurum. No problem. Make sure you get that sorted out. You're always welcome to come back. So in that case, though, let us move over to the next race, the second race. Why is it taking so long to load? Maybe Marbles is just being slow. Maybe it can't handle the speed. The rigging is in process. That was what was happening in that little downtime there. But let's see. Can Night Breeze bring it back for Mechanicat and Spike? Where are they? There they are. I will say though, Spike, now that you're here, Night Breeze did have a rough start in that first race, coming in dead last. Maybe we need some extra support going on for Night Breeze. Again, like I say, the more you cheer, the more you shout in the chat, the better your marble will do. It's a proven fact. Some would argue that I've rigged it that way. So if you want your horse to win, you need to show your support. You need to show that you believe in them, that you think that they have what it takes to come in first place. on Levy 2K 2006's Speedy Fast Steps, our map for the second race of today. And there they go. Arctic Crop leading the pack onto this funnel though, but we all know that whoever is at the start means nothing, because you will always have the chance to get stuck in this funnel. But as you can see, Radiant Mood is now in first place with Arctic Crop second. Radiant Mood has overtaken. Where is it also? Where is Nightbreeze? Nightbreeze is still way at the back. Nightbreeze is dead lost still, fighting for it with Arctic Crop, but on the bounce back, let's see. Arctic Crop and Rapid Hawk are still in the lead there, with Smelly Stage though close behind. Smelly Stage actually overtakes them, but Rapid Hawk is fighting back for it. Rapid Hawk and Arctic Crop are fighting there for the first place. You can see everybody is all clumped up together. It is a cluster of people. It's a mosh pit, if you will. And they're nearing the end right here though. It's a very short map. It's all about who can navigate the storm. It's like Black Friday. Everybody's all bunched up together. Let's see. Nanara is sacrificing up some Wigglies for the Wiggly God. Maybe hoping that there's some black magic can happen. But right now it looks like Modern Pool or Nightbreeze. It is Modern Pool is in first place, with Nightbreeze possibly in second place. Rapid Hawk in third place. Scotch Solo in fourth. Fifth is Pretty Death. And oh my goodness, that is everybody there. A very, very tight squeeze at the end. And would you look at that? From 12th place to second place, Nightbreeze. What a brilliant jump in positions. Some would argue that, again, it is all thanks to that bonus support from Spike. Let's have a look and see. First place was Modern Pool. Second place was Nightbreeze. Rapid Hawk. In third place. Fourth place was Scotch Swallow. Fifth place was Pretty Death. Sixth place was Radiant Mood. Seventh place was Arctic Crop. Eighth place was Rough Sprinter. Ninth place, Smelly Stage. And 10th place was White Monday. And I can't help but notice, but like Red Robotic Man said, it is only up for Radiant Mood from a 9th place finish to a 6th place finish. Who knows, maybe next up we can even get a podium finish for Radiant Mood. But right now though, it looks like Modern Pool and Pretty Death are very neck and neck there. Look at those brilliant results. Modern Pool a first place finish, and in fact Modern Pool came in 4th place in the previous race. You can see Carmine is very proud of Pretty Death, coming in first place last round and still getting a decent result here with a 5th place finish. Consistency is key after all. And unfortunately that looks like Rough Sprinter did drop a little bit for Never Gonna Give You Up, but who knows, maybe Rough Sprinter, maybe this isn't the sprint just yet. Maybe this is just a light jog for Rough Sprinter. We'll have a look and see if the sprint comes in later on as we move on to the third race here. Onto Hopping Wandering Roll. We have a nice tease here of the Daytona racetracks. Unfortunately, that will not be on today's list. Instead, we are on Hazard Bunny's Hopping Wandering Roll. It's a very, very dark map, and it's be quite lengthy as well. How will our horses do this one? You can see there's a lot of different paths here. Left, right, or down the center. Which way will they take? Let's find out. And they are off. Let's see, you can see Nightbreeze is taking the right-hand side, and Modern Pool is the only one taking the left-hand side. Meanwhile, many others are taking the middle path. Could the middle path be the way to go? The Rapid Hawk is taking the middle path, and Rapid Hawk is out here. But these speed bumps are nothing to Rapid Hawk, though. Rapid Hawk is living up to the name, and Pretty Death is close behind, but unfortunately gets stopped by those bricks. Meanwhile, Rapid Hawk is also getting stopped by those bricks. Meanwhile, Arctic Crop and White Monday on the right-hand path there. Arctic Crop, though, leaves everybody else in the dust there by those bricks. Meanwhile, Arctic Crop is still ahead. Rapid Hawk, though, is approaching the final stretch, though. Rapid Hawk and Tasty Tutor are close behind. Pretty Death is still in the running, though. That is Carmine's horse, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, Rapid Hawk is barreling through all these dice. These obstacles mean nothing to Rapid Hawk as he goes through them with no stopping whatsoever. Rapid Hawk is your first place finish. Pretty Death does a jump from out of nowhere for second place. Tasty Tutor coming in here for third place. White Monday also makes a brilliant landing to land in the fourth place, with Super Glow coming in here for the 5th place finish. Let's see, Scotch Solo coming up though. Scotch Solo gets stopped by the bricks, allowing Nightbreeze to snatch away 6th place. Meanwhile, Smelly Stage comes in 8th place with Arctic Crop in 9th. Radiant Mood in 10th place. Unfortunately, Modern Pool was the one who took the left-hand path. And you can see that was not the correct play to make, as Modern Pool came in last place there as Rough Sprinter as well. Also, in 11th place, meaning no points for them. Rapid Hawk living up to the name. Rapid Hawk gets first place. Let's see who else is there. Pretty Death in second place. Another brilliant result for Carmine's Horsey, Pretty Death. Tasty Tudor coming in there with third place. White Monday in fourth place. Super Glow in fifth. Night Breeze in sixth place. Scotch Swallow in seventh. Smelly Stage in eighth. Arctic Crop in ninth. And in last place, but still earning a single point at least, we have Radiant Mood. Some would argue that that is a horrible result for Radiant Mood, but I would say, hey, at least you got a point. There are others out there who did not even get any points at all. See, make sure that all the scores are correct. I will say, never gonna give you up. You did have the 5 bonus points for getting first, but those bonus points are starting to look like they're nothing, considering Rough Sprinter has not really been performing too well. And yes, maybe Radiant Moon was feeling a bit moody today, but who knows? Maybe the mood swings will mean that the next race could be the one where Radiant Moon brings it back. Radiant Moon does have consistency, Nanara, but that's not the consistency you want. You want to be like Pretty Death, who's getting out there with consistent podium places, or at least close to them. You can still get in. How many races so far? We have only had 3 races so far, Atlas. But don't worry, you can come in anytime you want. You can place a bet on one of these brilliant 12 horses here. There are 5 more races. And also, well done on that the Pokemon tournament yesterday. Maybe you're having some betting here as well. Spending some of those winnings or the fame and fortune that you got from the tournament. I will say though, even though you're coming in late from the 4th race on, you could be doing a lot better than some of the people here, as some of these horses have not been performing too well. But let's see, Atlas, you're betting on Smelly Stage. A brilliant bet, a brilliant one. Now then, let's move over onto the 4th race. And Never, you can see Never is very, very confident that Rough Sprinter will still somehow bring it back. But let's hope though, Never going to give you up, that Rough Sprinter starts sprinting sooner rather than later as we move over onto the 4th race here. On the Pixelicious Visual Sculpture. And oh, what a brilliant backdrop we do have here indeed. And are those faces? Those are faces. Oh my goodness. All right. The community maps are something different completely. So here we are on the 4th race. Let's get it going. And it is all hidden. Thankfully, we have the names turned on so we can actually see where they are. Here we have Scotch Swallow out here at the front with Tasty Tudor up in second place. But White Monday also there. They're all getting stopped by these little cones. Pretty Death though all around the outside. Navigates it perfectly. But instead, Rough Sprinter though, not even touching any single one of them. But they both get stopped there. This could be Rough Sprinter's turn around for Never Gonna Give You Up. Let's see, where is everybody else? So Tasty Tudor and White Monday are still stuck there. Smelly Stage and Modern Pool are also getting stuck behind these pins. Meanwhile, everybody else is going forward. Pretty Death is currently in the lead. But Radiant Mood, the mood has swung around. But oh, speaking of swinging around, Radiant Mood gets sent backwards, as does everybody else. Rough Sprinter is now in first place with Arctic Crop on the other side. They are neck and neck. One on the left, one on the right. Who will have the better path? They both get sent flying in the air. Who will land it? Who will land it? They both stick the landing. It is neck and neck between Rough Sprinter and Rapid Crop. Oh no, Rapid Hawk bounces into Arctic Crop. That could be detrimental for him. Let's see though. Arctic Crop actually still makes it out there first though, with Rough Sprinter close behind, as is Rapid Hawk. Night Breeze though, that is Spike, and Mechanicat's Horsey close behind in 4th place with Pretty Death. And Smelly Stage coming up there as well. Let's see, Arctic Crop though is the first one down to the bottom there, and Rough Sprinter close behind. Rough Sprinter gets a brilliant bounce, so Arctic Crop gets stuck way underneath there, and in fact it is going to be Rough Sprinter, oh no, sorry, Night Breeze gets first place with Rough Sprinter in second, Rapid Hawk in third, Arctic Crop in fourth, and oh my goodness, Pretty Death, they are getting bounced up here, which denies them an early finish. And instead it is Modern Pool that comes in last place there. Night Breeze, a brilliant turnaround. first place for Night Breeze. I'm sure Spike and Mechanicat would really love to see this result here. Let's have a look and see. That was Night Breeze in first place. Second place was Rough Sprinter. Finally, that turnaround that Never Gonna Give You Up was talking about. The sprinting has started. You know, they always say when you're racing, you want to take it light and easy and jog up until the last stretch. And once you get to that last stretch, you go all out. You sprint to the end. Once that goal is in sight, that's when you kick it up into high gear. And maybe that's what Rough Sprinter is doing right now. Radiant Mood has also moved up in the ranks. Radiant Mood up there in 5th place. Pretty Death in 6th place. Scotch Swallow in 7th. White Monday in 8th. Smelly Stage in 9th. Superglow in 10th. Unfortunately, Tasty Tutor and Modern Pool did not finish. Or at least they didn't get any points. Now then, I'm sure you're all curious though. Now that we're halfway, we're already halfway and it's only been 20 minutes. You know what? I'm making the executive decision right now. After this set of 8 races, we'll do another round, a second round with the same marbles, all on the standard maps. There'll be 2 winners today, 2 prizes. One for the community race maps and one for the regular maps. So be sure to stick around then after that 8th race. But for now though, let's have a look at these scores currently. There we have it. Let me also sort this by largest to smallest. There we go. In last place, unfortunately, seeing as you came in late, we have Atlas with 5 points, but that is still actually somehow close behind by Ringe though, with 7 points. Then we have Nanara and Red Robotic Man, who both are betting on Radiant Mood with 14 points. Then we have Eschaton with 16 points. And then we have Wise the AI, who has 17 points. Never Gonna Give You Up with those 5 bonus points. And that brilliant finish from Rough Sprinter is in 4th place with 21 points. Spike and Mechanicat though are tied for 2nd place with Night Breeze. Who would have thought the Night Breeze gang, the underdog, after that horrible display at the first race, Night Breeze has brought Mechanicat and Spike up to 2nd place. But in 1st place, we have the consistent king, Pretty Death, Carmine Phlegathon himself. Like I said at the start here, when Carmine placed that bet on Pretty Death, I said maybe he should follow in the footsteps of a previous race winner, not a waste winner, race winner Carmine. Because Carmine knows what he's doing apparently. As you can see, he's in 1st place there with 30 points. But that gap is easily surmountable with the 4 races coming up now. So without further ado though, let's get on to the second half of the first round of races here. And let's see, maybe, who knows, maybe Atlas can still bring it back. There are still plenty of points available. 3 more regular races, plus the also coveted double race at the end. Or double point race at the end. So here we have Ben the Boss Jackson's Marvelous Marble Festival. What a brilliant name. And a very fancy, oh my goodness, look at that. Hopefully my PC doesn't crash while I try and play this map. Alrighty. So, let us get these races going then. The second half now. And they're off once again, starting on a classic funnel start. Who will be the first one out the bottom? Let's have a look and see. They're all coming in at about the same time. But the first one out is Scotch Swallow. What a brilliant drop there. Scotch Swallow doesn't spend any time spinning around. A brilliant lead by Scotch Swallow. Everybody else is still finally only coming out now. Meanwhile, Night Breeze, what is happening? You were doing so well last time around, but now you're still stuck spinning. Meanwhile, everybody else is out here. Scotch Swallow, meanwhile, has a brilliant lead in front of everybody else. So, barreling down there, uncontested. Everybody else is still stuck here. Pretty Death is leading the rest of the pack, as is Rapid Hawk though. But Scotch Swallow getting stopped by one of these pillars allows Rapid Hawk and Pretty Death to fly right on by. Not getting stopped at all. It is up between Pretty Death and Rapid Hawk that are going down the middle. Radiant Mood are taking the right path, while Rough Sprinter takes the left-hand path. Let's see, they're all going through these teleporters. And where are they going to come out? I don't even know. I do not know where those teleporters led to. Where are they? Oh, they're all up top here. Let's see. Smelly Stage is down there in the middle. Rough Sprinter and Arctic Crop as well as Pretty Death. Those three are bunched up on the side. Smelly Stage is in the lead though, in the middle part though. Smelly Stage is by himself. Smelly Stage is so smelly, nobody wants to spend some time around him. Meanwhile, Tasty Cheeto is taking the lead on the right-hand path with White Monday close behind. On the left-hand path though, it is a group of people. Arctic Crop, Radiant Moon, Rough Sprinter and Rapid Hawk all barreling up there, but they're all converged now into the middle path with Tasty Cheeto up in the front, but getting stopped by the cog as is Smelly Stage. They're getting sent the wrong way around, which allows Radiant Moon to go forward, but no, Radiant Moon gets bounced up as well. They're all getting caught by this cog, meaning Tasty Cheeto can take the lead here, but is once again stopped by the cog. But let's see, Tasty Cheeto is taking the lead though. Tasty Cheeto is currently in the lead. Oh no, Tasty Cheeto gets bumped against there, and Rapid Hawk and Smelly Stage take the middle path unobstructed. But let's see, Rapid Hawk. Once again, Rapid Hawk is your rapid first place finish with Smelly Stage in second. Rough Sprinter falls off the side that you can see on the side. Smelly Stage in third. Tasty Cheeto in fourth. Arctic Crop in fifth. Modern Pool in sixth. Radiant Mood in seventh. White Monday in eighth. And here, Scotch Swallow most likely coming in ninth. Radiant Mood came in there in seventh place for Nanara. Let's see. Where was Pretty Death? Yes, Pretty Death actually came in first. Once again, I told you guys, Carmine knows what he is doing. Carmine bet on Pretty Death for a reason. Look at that. 7 is not a bad number indeed, Red Rockman. 7 is not a bad number. If you get 3 7s in a row, maybe that would be worth a lot, but that is not the game we are playing right now. That is only in slots. Let's see. Pretty Death in first place with Rapid Hawk in second. Third place was Smelly Stage. Fourth place was Tasty Cheeto. Fifth place, Arctic Crop. Sixth place, Modern Pool. Seventh place, Radiant Mood. You know, in some places, they might consider 7 a lucky number. So hopefully that luck will kick in sooner rather than later for Radiant Mood. White Monday once again coming in 8th place. Scotch Swallow in 9th place. And in 10th place, we have Super Glow. You know, betting on the horse name that reminded you the most of Mori would be the way to go. That's brilliant. A brilliant betting strategy, Carmine. The deadbeats apparently just keep on winning. Let's see then. My goodness, looking at the scores. Woo! Carmine is just dominating with this lead here. But again, not all hope is lost. There are still 2 more races, plus the also important double point final race. There is still a chance for people to come around and steal Carmine's power. But let's move over onto the 6th race. Arguably the most important map here. Lap Dance Nightclub. I hope I don't have to hide anything here. Okay, let's scout out the map. Okay, it's fine. It's just the name that's very suggestive. Unless there's anything scary up later on. It's just a very long course. That's fine. That's fine. Whew. Things are very dark though. Let's see if is there not an option that I can up the gamma or something. Let me have a look and see quickly. Let's see video display monitoring. There is nothing for the gamma. Interesting. Alright, in that case, let's just hope that the marbles stand out and the names we can follow. There they are. Let's hope that Nightbreeze doesn't get distracted on the Lap Dance Nightclub. We'll find out which Horshies or degenerates here. And let's see, they're all barreling down here in this pachinko machine. Pretty Death is right there at the back, but who knows? Pretty Death could be biding their time. Meanwhile, Nightbreeze is the first one out there, but again, you never know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. That just means that it would be sour or even more sour if you end up losing when you're up there in front. Scotch Swallow is in the lead currently with Nightbreeze close behind in second place. Rough Sprinter is in third with everyone else following close behind. Tasty Cheeto and Modern Pool are right at the back though. Let's see, Scotch Swallow is still there in the lead, building up more and more of a lead in front of everybody else as nobody is getting stopped by these pillars except for Nightbreeze and Rapid Hawk, who did get bumped a little bit though. Meanwhile, you can see they are still blazing apart. They take a split path here. Radiant Mood is on the lead on the left-hand side. Meanwhile, Rough Sprinter is on the right-hand side. They all take a bounce into those blocks. And it is up to Rough Sprinter and Radiant Mood, who are now neck and neck in first place. Let's have a look and see. They are going through. Oh my, what the heck? Epilepsy warning, I suppose. They're bouncing around here. How will they navigate these spinners though? Radiant Mood and Rough Sprinter there. Oh no, Radiant Mood gets sent forward, as does Arctic Crop. Very, very lucky there. Everybody else is still stuck there. Meanwhile, Radiant Mood could have the turnaround that they've been waiting for, or Arctic Crop could also get it. They're approaching the finish line rapidly. Let's see, Arctic Crop could come in first place though with Radiant Mood close behind. There is a lot of time though for third place. But there's one lost spinner. Can Arctic Crop maneuver through the spin? Arctic Crop gets stopped. But what about Radiant Mood though? Can Radiant Mood go through it? Radiant Mood gets a bounce forward. And unfortunately, Arctic Crop does able to snatch the first place finish with Radiant Mood though for that second place. Where is Death though? We saw Death leading the pack. You can see Super Glow is getting stuck here. Super Glow is having some trouble getting out of here. Meanwhile, where is Death actually? I think Death may have fallen off the map. Night Breeze though. Night Breeze gets a 5th place finish with Rapid Hawk in 6th place. Tasty Cheeto coming up here for 7th place. Modern Pool most likely will get 8th. The White Monday and Scotch Swallow fighting for that 9th place finish. Smiley Stage is way back here, and I'm pretty sure Death may have fallen off the map. You can see Nanora and Red Robotic Man are very, very proud of Radiant Moon coming there in 2nd place. And let's wait for Smelly Sage here to come in while I get in these scores. I'm pretty sure Death may have met Death themselves. They were so obsessed with meeting Mori that they said, you know what? Let me get into the abyss. Let me reach Valhalla and find Mori for some inspiration. And there we have Arctic Crop in 1st place with Radiant Mood in 2nd place. This could be the turnaround that we've been waiting for. And a 1st place finish is nothing to scoff at. You are right, absolutely, Spike. Again, every single point counts. Especially when you consider that Carmine's horse there, Pretty Death, had a DNF. So that means it's easier and easier to bridge that gap. Alrighty. The gap is slowly but surely getting smaller between Carmine and everybody else. But let's move over onto the next race here. Smelly Bros. Don't, Atlas, please don't call it. I would hate to be... You know, I normally I would say, you know, support whatever horseshoe you want, but... Maybe, I don't know if you would want to identify yourself as one of the Smelly Bros. Maybe you could workshop some better names there. Let's see, though. Salty the Altar Boys, happy fast design though. What a oh my goodness, what an affront to the eyes. Here's again another rather short map though. Here we have the penultimate race. Or again, like I said, we'll do 2 sets of races today, seeing as though this one is going by so fast. And this will be the penultimate race though for the community maps. Let's get it started. Down the Pachinko machine they go. Where they come out, nobody knows. Night Breeze is taking an early bridge down there. But it is Scotch Swallow who is currently in the lead, taking that path, with Rough Sprinter taking the far left. Radiant Mood leading the right-hand side though. Super Glow and Modern Pool taking the low pass. Let's have a look and see who is the first one out of here. Everybody is coming out here at the same time, but who will be the first one out there? Rough Sprinter is taking the alternate path. Scotch Swallow is taking the middle there. You can see Smelly Stage, the Smelly Bros. Atlas, that's you, are leading on the right-hand side. Meanwhile, Rough Sprinter is leading on the left-hand side. Let's see where the pass converts. Scotch Swallow, a brilliant drop. Scotch Swallow doesn't even spend any time in that funnel. But Rough Sprinter is still able to overtake Scotch Swallow. Does not get stopped at all by those speed bumps, but does get stopped by this X cross here as Rough Sprinter is wobbling forward. Rapid Hawk goes the wrong way. Rapid Hawk, that is not the right way, and collides with Scotch Swallow, putting a hamper down there. Meanwhile, Rough Sprinter is barreling down there. The end is in sight for Rough Sprinter, and the Smelly Bros could potentially come in 2nd place, but they get sent for a loop, and Radiant Mood snatches away. Once again, another 2nd place finish for Radiant Mood, with the Smelly Bros coming in 3rd place. Scotch Swallow in 4th. Night Breeze in 5th. Rapid Hawk in 6th. Pretty Death in 7th. At least it's better than a DNF. Pretty Death. And let's have a look and see Arctic Crop in 8th. Tasty Cheeto in 9th. And 10th place will most likely be White Monday. Or unless Super Glow comes up here in the last second, it is indeed White Monday. And you know what? Carmine, you're right. Wait, where's What, Modern Pool, what are you doing? Modern Pool, please, wait. How do you make it up? Modern, what? There we go, Modern Pool. Has anybody bet on Modern Pool? Oh, Wise. You hate to see this, don't you, Wise? Modern Pool just stuck right there then. I wonder if we'll get a timeout here. But Carmine, though, you're saying that you got the lucky 7th place finish. I will say, it was soon after Radiant Mood got that 7th place finish that Radiant Mood went up to get not 1, but 2 back-to-back 2nd place finishes. So who knows? Maybe coming in 7th place on the 7th race could mean some big bucks for the next race. Spike. Modern Pool, more like Modern Fool. Let's have a look and see though. First place was Rough Sprinter. Can Rough Sprinter keep up this momentum into the final race? So that is the big question. Scotch Swallow. And I'll give a quick update on what the scores are before we head into the final race of the community races. SG Tutor. So, I'm sure you're all curious now. Is Carmine still up there in the lead? What is that lead looking like for Carmine? Is Carmine still even in the lead? Let's have a look and see. Here are the results. Ringe is in last place with 16 points. Atlas, you have overtaken him with 21 points. YZ AI with 25 points. Eschaton with 35. 1 point ahead of him, though, are Nanora and Red Robotic Man with 36 points. In fact, not only them, but so are Spike and Mechanicat also with 36 points. Never gonna give you up, though. Thanks to those 5 bonus points for getting the first redeem, has 38 points. But still in the lead is Carmine Phlegathon with 44 points. But let's not forget, this final race here, the 8th and final race, is worth double points. Anything could happen here. Let's have a look and see. Will you be sacrificing some Wigglies to the Wiggly God to hope that it powers your Horshies? The marbles run on Wigglies. They don't need fuel. They don't need gas. Gas prices may be going up, but Wiggly prices are never going up. Wiggly prices just get bigger and bigger. So let's go over to the final race. Again, for the community maps, we'll do another set of 8 races for the standard maps in just a second. Onto the Electric Marble Thingamajig. What a name for a final race. So, Will coming in 7th place in the 7th race mean big luck for Death? Let's have a look and see. Let's look at them all lined up here. Scotch Swallow, Smelly Sage, Rapid Hawk, Night Breeze, Super Glow, White Monday, Tasty Tutor, Modern Pool, Radiant Mood, Rough Sprinter, and last but not least, Arctic Crop, and of course, Pretty Death, the marble to look out for. The marble to beat right there. Pretty Death on the far end. And Abby released her Wiggly after being stuck in Better TV. Wait, ooh, is that true? Seeing all the Wigglies, it's actually just so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Alright, but that's enough gushing about the Wigglies. The Wigglies are wiggling, and you know why they're wiggling so much? Because they're excited. They're excited to see their Horsey win. Here in the most important race of all. The Wigglies wiggle for one thing and one thing only. And that is a first place finish in this final race. And they are off. Look at them go. Let's keep an eye out on Pretty Death. Pretty Death is the one to beat after all. That is Carmine's Horsey right there. Pretty Death is taking a bit of a slow start, but who knows? That is what they're up to. And look at this brilliant... Oh, what a map. Oh my goodness. A golden map for a golden time. Let's have a look and see. Come on, Radiant Moon. You can see Nanora shouting out. Meanwhile, Mechanicat is shouting, bring it home, Night Breeze. But right now, it is White Monday and Modern Pool. You called him the Modern Fool, but he was waiting. He was biding his time. As you can see, Modern Pool is out there in second place, fighting closely with White Monday on the right-hand side. But on the left-hand side, we have Rough Sprinter, followed by Arctic Crop. Pretty Death, that's the one to watch. Oh no, Rough Sprinter gets bounced up by one of the balls, and Rough Sprinter gets sent way down to the bottom. What a brilliant maneuver by Rough Sprinter, as well as, oh no, Pretty Death also makes the same move, but Arctic Crop falls down first. And Arctic Crop followed by Rough Sprinter, Superglow, Night Breeze. They're all following down there. Let's see. Arctic Crop falls down to the bottom and is currently in the lead. But oh my, what was that? You can see the walls are falling down. All the brilliant shining blocks are falling down as Rough Sprinter and Arctic Crop are racing to the bottom here. But it is going to be Arctic Crop who finishes in first place with Rough Sprinter in second. Modern Pool coming out of nowhere for the third place finish. Pretty Death though in fourth place. That is a dangerous finish for Pretty Death. Superglow in fifth place. White Monday coming up there in 6th place. Where is everybody else though? Rapid Hawk coming in 8th place with Scotch Swallow in 9th and Night Breeze lost there in 10th place. Meanwhile, Smelly Stage and Tasty Tutor are your 11th and 12th place finish. What brilliant plays though. On this final map, you had to risk it for the biscuit. Some of these marbles made some scary plays there to try and jump to the end. Some of them it worked, some of them it didn't. While we wait though for the final contestant, let me put in the results. You know, singing Red while this race went on would work. Oh my goodness, Carmine, the tuning power of Carmine is just unstoppable. Betting on a marble that reminds him of Mori, and then singing Red as well. Who knew? Carmine gets it, it's all about charging your Hoshi's power. Whether it be cheering them on in the chat, whether it be sacrificing Wigglies for them, or whether it be through the power of song. Now though, we have all of our results in. And let me, oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Okay. I have the results. And I will say they were actually quite surprising to me. So, again, we'll do another round of races for the standard maps, so stick around after this. But for now, the first winner of today, starting from the bottom, we have Atlas Voss with 21 points. You came in late, so maybe that's why, but you're here for the start of the next race, so maybe, who knows, you will win the next race, or the set of races. Next up there, we have Range with 28 points. After Range is Spike with 38, tied as well with Mechanicat, who also bet on Night Breeze with 38 points. After Mechanicat, we have Wise the AI, who unfortunately bet on Modern Fool. Next up, we have Nanura and Red Robotic Man, who bets on Radiant Mood with 44 points. Now, onto your podium finishes. We have, and it was very close, I might add. Again, this is why I say every single point counts. In third place, we have Eschaton with 55 points, who bet on Arctic Crop. That first place finish at the end there nearly won it back for Eschaton. In second place, thanks to the 5 bonus points, we have Never Gonna Give You Up. But in first place, with 58 points by a 2-point lead, the winner of today, betting on Pretty Death, is Carmine Phlegathon. With a second win at the races. Congratulations to Carmine. Another win for the Toonie. Who would have thought? Claps all around for Carmine. Nanura would argue that it's rigged, but if it was rigged, it's not me. I didn't do anything. If anything, it would have been Carmine and his Toonie powers. He must have done something. He must have casted some sort of spell to rig the races in his favor. If anything, we should have some inspection going on to what Carmine has been doing. So there we have. Carmine is the winner for today. But like I said, though, we will have one more race. Or one more set of races. So let me go ahead and clear all of this. Ban the illegal shooting steroids. Let's get this back up. Oh, it's a bit loud. Like I said though, since that went by so fast, it was only like 40 minutes or something. How about, you know, the gambling is fun and all, but my itch for gambling has not yet stopped. It is the power of God and anime. It's just too strong. And welcome, Philip. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Is it really rigging if there's never any proof left behind? Well, let's be careful of what we say now, Carmine. Let's not leave any clues that we want given out there. Yes. But simulation, yes. Like I said though, because that first set of races went by so fast, how about we do it once more for the standard set of races? Wiping the board of the scores. Let's see. You can all place another bet. Let me actually... Let's see. That was the community races, but now we are moving on to the standard race sets. So if you want to, feel free to bet on a new horse. Who knows, maybe the DLC or the community maps will fare them differently than the standard maps. So feel free to place your bets once more. In fact, please do place your bets once more so I know who you are betting on. And that it's not lingering from the previous race. Let's see, Escalon, everybody seems to be still sticking with their same horsey. That is what I love to see, actually. It's so nice to see. Everybody is faithful to their horsey, even between sets. See, Escalon is betting on Arctic once more. And for those of you who, if you missed out on any of those races earlier, now is your chance. If you bet now, you will get a chance to earn points in all 8 races. Escalon is betting on Arctic Drop. Carmine is betting on Pretty Death once more. Can Pretty Death ride into the victory again? Range is betting on Superglow once more. Never gonna give you up. Still betting on Rough Sprinter. Spike is betting on Night Breeze once more. Still sticking to that underdog horsey. Oh my goodness, Nanara is changing up to Night Breeze, joining the gang of Mechanicat and Spike. We have some Horshian being committed over here. Red Robotic Man is being left alone now on Radiant Mood. Let's see, Mechanicat is also betting on Night Breeze, as is Nanara. Well, now that Nanara is also betting on Night Breeze, that means Night Breeze is now the most popular horse. So in theory, with that much support, the support of 3 people combined, Mechanicat, Nanara, and Spike, surely Night Breeze will win now. In fact, we saw what happened when Spike came by for that second race and immediately started betting on Night Breeze. That support propelled Night Breeze up to 2nd place from a 10th place finish. So, with everybody's bets placed once more. Greetings and good health to all, and good morning, Shannon Wave. Oh, hello and welcome, Necromancer. I hope then that the good health and good luck also extends to these horse racing bets. If you would also like to place a bet, Necromancer, please do type in !bet and one of these 12 horse names, or marble names if you will. Meanwhile, let me move over here. Let us see these horses in action. Here on familiar soil, the regular standard maps. never believed in Sprinter and will keep on believing in him. That's what I like to see. Again, it is all about your support. The more you support them, the better they will perform. This is a proven fact. The Night Gang will rise. Let's go. Exactly. With the three of you combined, I believe Nightbreeze could bring it back around. But let's have a look and see though. This will be the first race. This will be the one that sets the mood, that sets the tone for the races. And they are off on Marbles Diner. Let's see Pretty Death once again. Carmine, what have you done? What have you done that has made Pretty Death barrel out here with such speed? Meanwhile, Modern Pool though is close behind in second with Radiant Mood coming up in third. Currently, Radiant Mood is in first place. Nanara, is it looking like a good horsey end there? Where is Nightbreeze? Nightbreeze is at the back there. Meanwhile, Pretty Death is back up there in the lead. What is going on here? Carmine. This is craziness. But Arctic Copter is creeping up slowly but surely. And, oh, they get a big boost of speed there. Meanwhile, Arctic Crop and Radiant Moon are closely. They're all hugging up right behind Pretty Death. Neck and neck and neck. Superglow coming out from the back though. Trying to eke into fourth place with everybody else following behind. Where is Nightbreeze? Nightbreeze is way up back here in seventh place. Radiant Mood though. Radiant Mood is up here in third. Nanara, are you sure that you wanted to commit Horsey Hen? You're betting on Nightbreeze and Nightbreeze isn't really doing too well. But who knows? This could be the big play. It's simple. Deadbeats cannot cease to win. Deadbeats will always continue to push forward no matter what. In fact, look at this brilliant lead that Pretty Death has. Nobody can even match this pace right now. Arctic Crop though is in second place with Rapid Hawk in third, Superglow in fourth. It is everybody else. Meanwhile, Pretty Death is still here in first place. Pretty Death, there is nothing stopping Pretty Death now other than just falling off and maybe visiting Mori himself. Where is everybody else? So, Radiant Mood is sitting in second place currently. Red Robotic Man, I'm sure you're happy to see that. Nanara, I'm sure you're mad. You're hoping. Come on, Nightbreeze. Nightbreeze, what are you doing back here? You have the support of not only Spike, not only Nanara, but also Mechanicat, and yet you are way back here. That is not what you want to see. Meanwhile, Pretty Death is approaching the end here. Entering this final funnel. Pretty Death, the end is in here, but who knows? The spinner over there at the end could mean that Pretty Death gets stuck for quite a while. And it could give time for Radiant Mood and Scotch and Rough Sprinter to catch up. Rough Sprinter could end up with a podium finish here right off the start. You would love to see that, wouldn't you? Never going to give you up. Meanwhile, where is everybody else? Nightbreeze is in 11th place, not even in position to earn any points. But maybe, who knows? Maybe that's the plan. Maybe Nightbreeze doesn't want to earn points just yet. You know, Pretty Death is approaching the final spinner. But Radiant Mood is close behind though. Very, very close behind, as is Rough Sprinter. In fact, Radiant Mood could actually overtake Pretty Death here. All that speed at the start could go to nothing here as Pretty Death enters the spinner. And Pretty Death makes it brilliantly through, not even spending any time at all there. Pretty Death is a first place finish, with Radiant Mood now entering it. Again, having a little trouble there. Rough Sprinter goes straight through, not getting hindered at all. Rough Sprinter gets second place. Radiant Mood having still some trouble there. Finally, Radiant Mood is out of there for third place. Arctic Crop coming through for fourth place. Scotch Swallow dropping from the top for fifth place finish. Where is Nightbreeze? That is the question. Nightbreeze enters the spinner and is stuck with three other marbles. White Monday. Oh no, Nightbreeze does manage to make it out there. And Nightbreeze manages to squeak by with a sixth place finish. White Monday though in seventh place. Superglow in eighth. Rapid Hawk in ninth. And lastly, Modern Pool in 10th place. Smells like a rigged race. I will say, it is very uncanny that Pretty Death once again comes in first place. Maybe we should have a test for doping on Pretty Death. Or more importantly, Carmine. Alright, let's see. So, Rough Sprinter, a brilliant podium finish for Rough Sprinter. Third place was Radiant Mood. You hate to see it, don't you, Nanara? The horse that you switched across from. Radiant Mood thought, you know what? Nanara didn't better me. I'll show him. I'll show him what happens when he commits Horsey in. And Radiant Mood makes a statement, getting a podium finish there. I'm sure Red Robotic Man though is very happy with that result. Scotch Swallow in fifth. Nightbreeze in sixth place. White Monday in seventh. And Kine, welcome. You're betting on Smelly Stage. Atlas has dropped out, but now you are here to pick up where the Smelly Bros have left behind. Imagine the smell. Exactly, Kine. Let's see, White Monday. I see you're also employing the spike strategy. You're seeing the first race and you're saying, you know what? Let me bet on the underdog. You know what? I commend you. That's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant tactic to make. White Monday. Alright, I have you down for let it be known though that Kine is a smell bro here. A smelly bro. Whether that means that he himself smells, as in he stinks, or whether he likes smelling others, I'll leave that up to your interpretation. Alright, let's move over though onto the second race. Wait, hold on. That's what is it? What kind? That's exactly what you said. What do you think? What do you think would happen when you bet on Smelly Stage? You knew what you were doing, didn't you? And let's move over onto the second race though. On Pixel's Death Alley. You don't trust the cat. Apparently, you guys are still concerned about me rigging stuff. All right, fine. I need to take a sip of water first. Ooh.
My mechanic. You know, you really shouldn't say such mean things to Mr. Shanahan. He's a very well respected race organizer. I'm sure that there's no sort of rigging going on. You know, you may think that Carmine's Horsey Pretty Death has been doing really well, but maybe that's just because Carmine is just so he just really likes his horse. Maybe if you want to do as well as Carmine, you all should be shouting and cheering them on. Carmine himself said that he was singing Red while the final race was going on. Are any of you singing for your horse? Are any of you singing out there for Modern Pool or for Night Breeze? I don't think so. But maybe even if you can't sing some Wigglies, by sacrificing some Wigglies, maybe then the Wiggly God will bless you. As you all know here, the Wiggly is the god of gambling in this world. So if you can appease the Wiggly God, maybe your marble will come in first place. But let's have a look and see the Pixel's Death Alley. Who will come in first place? Will it be Carmine's horse, once again Pretty Death? Or will it be Radiant Mood who's coming out here right at the start? Let's have a look and see who will be the first one out there. It is going to be Night Breeze. Night Breeze, this could be your chance. Let's see. Navigating through all of those pillars though, but meanwhile Tasty Cheeto almost falls off. No, Tasty Cheeto! Oh no, Tasty Cheeto! How tragic! Meanwhile, Arctic Crop also unfortunately takes a horrible bounce. Everybody is going and falling off. Arctic Crop also falls off. Meanwhile, Superglow is taking a path down the middle and is not getting bounced by anything. What a brilliant path. Rough Sprinter. Oh no, Rough Sprinter went a bit too fast. And Rough Sprinter fell off the side. Meanwhile, where is everybody else, sir? Radiant Mood and Pretty Death. And Superglow are still up here. Rapid Hawk falls down to the bottom. Radiant Mood overtakes Superglow. Radiant Mood is now your first place. Nanara, don't you hate it? Pretty Death. Carmine, what are you doing? Are you still singing? Is that why Pretty Death is doing so well? Look at that. Pretty Death isn't hitting a single obstacle. That is crazy. Meanwhile, Nanasekai's Smelly Stage is falling off the side of the map though. Where is Radiant Mood? Radiant Mood is stuck back here. Again, you must hate to see it, don't you, Nanara? That Radiant Mood is doing so well. And you committed Horsey Hen. Let this be a lesson to those who commit horsey hen. Radiant Mood, you poor thing. Radiant Mood. Nanura believed in you, and now it's just Red Robotic Man. It's like your parents have divorced. In fact, Night Breeze has fallen off the map even. But still, Pretty Death. Could this be yet another first place finish for Pretty Death? Unbelievable. Pretty Death scores another first place finish for Carmine Phlegathon. Meanwhile, Radiant Mood comes in here for second place. Another brilliant finish for Red Robotic Man. I'm sure you must hate to see that, Nanura. Meanwhile, Superglow comes in here for third place. Where is White Monday? White Monday is still so far back. But all you have to do is finish White Monday and you can get fourth place. And it looks like White Monday is a sure finisher. Slow and steady wins the race after Slow and steady wins the race after all. And there we have it. Once again, Pretty Death, another first place finish. So let's now move over onto the third race then. On the Bongo Boogie. Speaking of Bongo, let's get the man himself back on stage. See, I told you I am not rigging anything. We even had an external mediator come in and officiate that race, and yet still, Pretty Death came in first place yet again. This is very reminiscent of Carmine's results from the previous race. I swear, Carmine's doing something. Carmine's pulling the string somehow. He's using that Chuny power, and I don't know what's going on. I may have to enact a ban sooner or later if Carmine keeps winning this. Carmine is going to leave me in financial ruin at this rate. But if we want that to stop though, all we have to do is have the other horses win. And if we want the other horses to win, there is one thing that we can do, and that is cheer them on. So, let's have a look and see. The third race. Surely Pretty Death cannot come in first 3 times in a row. Surely somebody will put a stop to Pretty Death's reign of terror here. On the third race, and they are off. Let's have a look and see on Bongo Boogie. White Monday is the first one out there, but look at that, Pretty Death is still up there in the front though. Radiant Mood is once again taking the lead on the left hand side. Where is Night Breeze? Night Breeze is way back there at the back. And let's see. It is Pretty Death is still somehow in the lead. What is going on? But Arctic Crop though is looking to put a stop to that reign of terror. Pretty Death narrowly makes it down to the middle. Arctic Crop gets stopped there on the side. Rough Sprinter, Modern Pool, everybody is bonking against the wall. Meanwhile, Pretty Death is still leading the pack. Let's have a look and see. Let's go anyone but Pretty Death. You don't even want to win at this point. Philip just doesn't want Pretty Death to win. Also, Philip, you haven't placed a bet, so please let me know though. If you do want to support one of these horses or these marbles, do let me know, and I'll put you down for that. Let's see. Pretty Death has fallen off the map. Pretty Death is meeting their maker, as is Arctic Crop though. This is a very bumpy path here. You have to have control and precision. White Monday does not have that control or precision. Modern Pool comes in first place with Night Breeze in second place. Rough Sprinter in third. Smelly Sage in fourth. Tasty Tutor in fifth. Super Glow in sixth. Let's fucking glow, as Ringe says. And who knew? The only one who could stop Pretty Death was Pretty Death himself. It is Modern Pool in first place. Second place was Night Breeze. Finally, Night Breeze could be bringing it back. Radiant Mood got that second place finish, but now it is Night Breeze who claims it back. And Philip, you are betting on Tasty Tutor. Let me do that for you. I assume is it Philip the? But I hope it's fine that I just refer to you as Philip. The first part of your name. Who knows? Maybe Philip's blessing of hoping that Pretty Death does not finish first. Maybe that was
Good. Finally, though, the reign of terror from Pretty Death has come to an end. For now, at least. The second is fine. Ah, okay. Philip the second, yeah, like the two eyes. As if it's, what is it? Roman numerals. Philip the sequel. Maybe I should refer to you as that from now on. Let's see, Rough Sprinter though in third place. Another podium finish. You cannot scoff at that. Fourth place was Smelly Stage. Imagine the smell after a tough, intense race. And Radiant Mood in 9th place. At least Radiant Mood did earn points though. That is all that matters. Now then, let's move over to the 4th race, the halfway point. Will that DNF from Pretty Death signal the downfall of Pretty Death? Or was that just an anomaly, if you will? An outlier in the results? Let's have a look and see on Hard Landing, the next map. Let's fucking glow. You see Ringe there. Ringe is fired up for that finish, as should everybody else. You see Carmine is also being supportive of Pretty Death as they all enter that spiral. Round and around they go. Who will come out first? Nobody knows. Let's have a look and see. They're all going to spend a dance of death in there. Nobody wants to be the first one out. Nobody wants to take that plunge. Let's have a look and see who will be the first one out. Around and around they go. Mechanicat is offering Wigglies up there, hoping that Night Breeze will come in for another brilliant second place finish. I'm sure Spike and Nanara are also hoping for the same result, with Night Breeze coming up there, ideally in first place. You can see Spike there is cheering on Night Breeze, let's go! But it looks like Rapid Hawk might be the first one out though, as Rapid Hawk starts lowering and lowering, getting closer to the end. There we go, Rapid Hawk is the first one out. Brilliant lead in front of everybody else. Everyone else is still stuck in there. Rapid Hawk has brilliant time. Rapid Hawk is going over these speed bumps quite slowly, but that is fine though. Everybody else is still in there. Finally, Smelly Stage is out there. Smelly Stage followed closely by Modern Pool and Rough Sprinter. Meanwhile, who is still stuck in there? Radiant Mood and Pretty Death are still stuck in there. Pretty Death, what are you doing back there? You're not even in a position to finish with points. Meanwhile, Rapid Hawk, look at him go. He's getting stopped here right now, but there is still plenty of time for him. As Smelly Stage, Rough Sprinter, White Monday, Modern Pool, everybody else is making these jumps finally. Let's have a look and see. Rapid Hawk is slowly crawling down there towards the end. But Rough Sprinter, Modern Pool though, Modern Pool with some speed, coming up, overtakes. But Scotch Swallow also barrels forward. What a brilliant, flying through the air like a swallow. Speaking of flying through the air, here we have him launched up into the air. And unfortunately, that is going to be a DNF for Scotch Swallow. Meanwhile, Modern Pool though, that brilliant burst of speed forward, sends Modern Pool forward. And Night Breeze, you can see in the logs, Night Breeze has unfortunately fallen off the map. They are not going to get any points for this round. Modern Pool though, swimming in dubs, as Wise says. Swimming in a fat W right there. Rapid Hawk in second place. Arctic Crop coming up here in third. Here is everybody else though. Rough Sprinter taking the left path. White Monday taking the right path. Who will be there for the fourth place? It is going to be White Monday who secures fourth. Rough Sprinter in fifth place. Pretty Death in sixth place. Smelly Stage in seventh. Superglow in eighth. Tasty Cheater coming up here in ninth place. And Radiant Mood could come here in 10th place. Unless Radiant Mood gets popped up into the air. Nope. Radiant Mood is guaranteed to secure at least a single point, unlike Night Breeze, who fell down into the abyss. And you can see Red Robotic Man is very happy with that top 10. At least you are earning points, unlike Nanora, who switched over to Night Breeze only to get a DNF. So let's see, that is YZ AI swimming in that big W. In fact, wait, hang on. Isn't that wait a minute. That's a second first place finish for Modern Pool. Could it be that Pretty Death has transferred the luck over to Modern Pool? YZ AI is the one to look out for right now. I will say Wise is also a previous race winner. So I would say that Carmine and Wise definitely have some knowledge on who to bet on. Maybe that's why their horses are doing so well. And even though Radiant Mood only came in 10th place, that is still 1 point. Robotic Man, so you can never scoff at a single point. Did somebody just outbid you in an auction again? Oh my goodness. Are you doing the was it like the last minute snipe that they got you, Laser? That's always a horrible feeling. But let's see, actually, seeing as though we are at the halfway point, I'm sure you're all curious what the current standings are. Has Carmine managed to worm his way up to first place yet again with his Pretty Death performance? Not a last minute snipe this time, but many days. I see. Well, in that case, it's just a bit higher then. It's as simple as that, Laser. But here are the current standings. You can see Philip is in 8th place. Philip is at the end there with 8 points. Close behind though with Kine in 11th place. The Smell Bros. Kine is too busy smelling and not doing enough finishing. Meanwhile, we have the Night Breeze Bros, Spike, Mechanicat, and Nanara with 14 points each. Surely the horse with the most support. You guys, you should be supporting your horse here with all the praise to boost Night Breeze in this latter half of the races. But next up we have Eschaton with 15 points, followed by Range with 19 points. Red Robotic Man though, sitting with 20 points, who's stuck with Radiant Mood and did not commit Hoshi Hand like Nanara. Wise though, with a short resurgence thanks to the previous 2 races, is up with 21 points. After Modern Pool's abysmal performance in those first 2 races, he's bringing it back. Carmine though has 25 points thanks to Pretty Death, but in first place is never gonna give you up. With the Rough Sprinter not necessarily coming in first place very often, but consistently performing well. Also, thanks to that the 5 bonus points for coming in here with the first. That's why, if you want to have a chance to win, if you're first to these streams on Sunday, you do get to redeem that first redeem and get 5 bonus points. That is why Never Gonna Give You Up is currently in the lead right now. Did you put on your Karen wig? You want to talk to the manager? Oh no. Mechanicat, please. But anyway, let's move over onto the second half of the race. Mechanicat, instead of channeling your Karen, rather imagine that you are a mother supporting their child at the Little League baseball game. You want to be cheering them on. Come on, little Timmy, you can do it. That's little Timmy in this case is Night Breeze. Cheer them on and make sure that they can come in first place in this latter half. There is still a chance for Night Breeze to bring it back. After all, there are 4 more races left. 3 races. Potentially, if you come in first place every single time, 50 points up for grabs. If you come in first every single race from here on outward. Oh, rain effects here. Let's hope that doesn't crash my PC. Let's see though. Eye of the Storm. And as fitting as it is, it all starts there. With a funnel. Let's see. You can see Carmine is shouting out the cheerleader, the lone cheerleader. Carmine by himself is supporting Pretty Death. And Pretty Death is getting first place after first place. Meanwhile, the 3 of you who are betting on Night Breeze, surely you can come up with some cheer squad going for Night Breeze. The eyes are on Night Breeze for this race here. Let's have a look and see as they go off. And they all are approaching the Eye of the Storm, the middle there. Meanwhile, Kine is still trying to think, just smelling the victory. Can you just imagine the smell of victory? And imagine the smell of a marble after a hard race. And all that effort. Let's have a look and see the bottom. Who will be the first one out of that funnel? It is Night Breeze. Night Breeze is in the lead right now. But we have to be very careful. Mechanicat is cheering them on. Come on, Night Breeze. I still believe in you. Just go! But Night Breeze is still in the lead right now. But who knows? That could be detrimental. This could be terrible. If Night Breeze doesn't come in first place, it just makes it that much harder to bear witness to. You can see Rapid Hawk, though, overtakes first place with the White Monday in second. Modern Pool and Night Breeze, though, fighting here for third place. Philip, though, is shouting for Tasty. Where is Tasty? Tasty is in the middle of everybody else, so, but is pulling forward for possibly 4th or 5th place. Rapid Hawk, though, is in first still. Modern Pool in second. Still, Wise is just imagining himself swimming in those W's. But Rapid Hawk, though, is approaching that eye of the storm. Rapid Hawk lands in it, but Rapid Hawk does not make it out. This is a very dangerous storm here. You gotta make sure that you stick through it. Who will have the dance with death here and make it through? White Monday sticks to the landing. Arctic Crop also sticks to the landing, as does... No, Tasty Tutor. Tasty Tutor does not stick to the landing. Neither does Modern Pool. Pretty Death. Let's see. Pretty Death dances, skirts on the side of Death there, and falls off the side, as does Radiant Mood. Super Glow, though, sticks to the landing, as does Arctic Crop and White Monday. Where is everybody else? Smiley Stage falls off to the bottom. Scotch Swallow lands it, as does Rough Sprinter. Everybody has fallen off except for these 5 lucky few who have made it through. Super Glow, Arctic Crop, Scotch Swallow, Rough Sprinter, and White Monday. Super Glow approaching the spinner, but Arctic Crop as well. Let's see who will be the first one out and who will be the first one to the finish there. Arctic Crop gets stuck in the spinner and gets sent backwards, unfortunately, meaning that Super Glow, let's fucking glow, as Rinch says. Super Glow is your first place finish, with Arctic Crop in second place. Scotch Swallow coming in here for third place, and White Monday will assuredly be your fourth place finish. What an upset indeed. The 4 who people were not thinking of were the ones to finish. Another very high death race. And finally there was White Monday finishing up. So Super Glow, Arctic Crop, Scotch Swallow, and White Monday are your 4 finishers. And yeah, so let's salute to all of the fallen races that risked it all for that. They lost their life in the terrible storm there. And I'm sure Range is very happy with that result from Super Glow. The first place finish. Meanwhile, everybody else... In fact, fun fact here, only 2 people earned points in that race, and that was Range, who earned 10 points, and Eschaton, who earned 9 points there. That definitely will shake up the scores quite a lot. But let's move over onto the next race, and hopefully we'll have some more people finishing. The Gauntlet. If I'm not mistaken, that is just the... Oh, no, it isn't. So, let us have the next race going underway. The 6th race. After this, only 2 more races. And look at them go around and around. And they're all approaching the middle there. Will Pretty Death redeem themselves after all of those DNFs? Let's have a look and see. Welcome, Omix. Welcome. Omix, if you would like to place a bet, one of these 12 horses that you can see on screen, one of these 12 names, Tasty Tutor, Night Breeze, Arctic Crop, Radiant Moon, Scotch Swallow, Modern Pool, Super Glow, Rapid Hawk, White Monday, Smiley Stage, or Pretty Death. Type bet and one of those 12 names, and I'll put you down for them. You can see Radiant Mood, though. Radiant Mood is feeling in themselves. They're in a brilliant mood right now as they are in first place. Modern Pool, though, on the other side in second place. But Modern Pool gets sent the wrong way, unfortunately. Super Glow gets another speed boost forward. Range, this is your marble. Let's fucking glow, as he says. But unfortunately, Super Glow gets stopped. But that is fine, though. There is still enough speed that Super Glow is still in the lead with Radiant Mood close behind. But Radiant Mood overtakes them in the spiral spinner. There is a big gap there between the first 2 and everybody else. Where is Night Breeze? That is a big question. Night Breeze is back here, unfortunately. Smelly Stage. Imagine the smell of somebody in first place. You don't have to imagine, because Smelly Stage is there in first place. Going through the dropper. There we have it. Smelly Stage is in first place. Radiant Mood close behind in second. Getting sent the wrong way, though, because of that spinner. Let's see. You gotta hear, you'll keep lurking, Shanna. Oh, don't worry, it's Mechanic Cat. I'm sure Night Breeze will be able to hear your support no matter where you are, even if you're lurking. Let's have a look, though. Smelly Stage is still up there in first place with a brilliant lead. Arctic Crop, though, unfortunately, falls off to the side. And Omix, you're betting on Radiant Mood? I will put you down for Radiant Mood. Let's see. Where is everybody else? Smelly Stage is still up there in first place with a commanding lead. I don't think anybody will catch up to Smelly Stage at this point in time. And Nanara is wiggling their way forward, thinking that hopefully Night Breeze, do you see those wigglies? Those wiggles wiggle for you, Night Breeze. You can do it. And meanwhile, where is Pretty Death? Pretty Death is way here at the back in 10th place. Still in contention for a single point at least though. But if you want to win Pretty Death, you need to up that placement. You need to catch up to Smelly Stage, who is still a brilliant lead. I don't think anybody will be able to catch up to Smelly Stage at this point. Unless, of course, Smelly Stage squanders it here. Does he? Smelly Stage very closely there. Dancing with Death. Lands the jump. In fact, here comes everybody else though. Will they stick the landings? Let's have a look and see. Superglow is also entering the pit here. Smelly Stage and Superglow are neck and neck for the finish. Scotch Swallow falls off the side. Radiant Moon! Radiant Moon, oh no, went a bit too fast and a bit too furious. As does Night Breeze and Tasty Tutor, they're all falling off the side. Rough Sprinter also falls off to the side. Let's see, Rapid Hawk makes the jump. Rapid Hawk sticks the landing. Pretty Death, will you stick it? Pretty Death sticks the landing brilliantly. Modern Pool comes across and Modern Pool also does not finish it. It is Smelly Stage in first place with Superglow in second. White Monday coming up here in third place. Pretty Death in fourth place. Rapid Hawk in fifth place. Some of those marbles decided to take a risky bet by trying to make a brilliant jump across. Unfortunately, again, it is not always about speed. It is also about control and how well you can land those jumps. Speed is a very powerful tool. You need to make sure you have your speed under control. Imagine the smell of a win. You don't have to imagine anymore because the Smelly Bros got their first place finish right there. With Superglow in second place. Third place was White Monday. Pretty Death in fourth place. And fifth place was Rapid Hawk. Now then, let us move over. And Omex, if I'm not mistaken, you put your bet on Radiant Mood, if I'm not mistaken. And it was so close as well. Radiant Mood, we saw Radiant Mood had a brilliant path there. In fact, landed in the middle path. But unfortunately, it was going a bit too fast. And the bounce made Radiant Mood overshoot the finish line. But maybe they can redeem themselves on the next race. The penultimate race, Coils of Power. And let's see them go. And the penultimate race here. One more race before the final one. With double points. I will say, looking at the scores, it is still anyone's game. There is no clear winner just yet. Especially with that double point race coming up. And let's see, Smelly Stage. Smelly Stage is riding off that victory. Is still up there in first place. The Pretty Death is close behind. In fact, Pretty Death overtakes for first place. Carmine, what power is this? Teach me your abilities. Is the stream done after that race? We will do viewer races after that, Omex. So no worries. There are still plenty of races to be had. And oh my goodness, all of these power spawns are making my stream lag. And Night Breeze, speaking of come on Night Breeze, Spike, come on Night Breeze, that is not the way you want to come on. Let's have a look and see though. Oh, the music stopped. Let's restart that. Night Breeze unfortunately falls early to their grave. Early, and Night Breeze said, I will indeed go into that sweet night. He says. Pretty Death though, Pretty Death is joining them, saying, I want to visit Mori. I want to visit the Reaper herself. Radiant Mood also falls down into the abyss. And looks like Tasty Tutor on the backside there also falls. It is another high death map. Superglow also falls into the abyss, as does Rough Sprinter. There are already only 7 marbles left never mind, 6 marbles left as Scotch Swallow also drops down into the abyss. It is currently White Monday is the only one standing, along with Smelly Stage, Rapid Hawk, Arctic Crop, and Modern Pool. All you have to do is play it safe and slow, and you will surely make it to the end. My game has frozen for a second, but let's have a look and see. It is once again Smelly Stage. The Smelly Bros cannot stop winning. Let's see, Smelly Stage is still in the lead there with Rapid Hawk, White Monday close behind. Modern Pool and Arctic Crop are still way back there, but as long as they play it safe and guarantee a finish, they are guaranteed at minimum 5 points. Let's have a look and see though. There is still another chance for death here. The Magnetism. In fact, the Magnetism sends 2 more. Smelly Stage and Arctic Crop, another 2 marbles fall to their death. It is up to 3 left. Rapid Hawk, White Monday, and Modern Pool. Not gonna lie, hoping the game would crash. That would guarantee then that you would still get a rerun maybe. Will this end up with no one finishing? I hope not, Carmine. Let's have a look and see. There are still 3 marbles up here. And in fact, there are people who have bet on one of these marbles. If I'm not mistaken, YZAI has bet on Modern Pool. In fact, let's have a look and see. White Monday is coming up here. If nobody who had a marble bet here finished, then I would have done a rerun. But with the chance of YZAI still earning points, I will not give it up. Rabbit Hawk in first place, White Monday in second, but Modern Pool is creeping up slowly for that 3rd place finish. And in fact, there it is. Modern Pool comes for 3rd place. And in fact, because of all of that death, it is only YZAI who earns points that round. YZAI was indeed very wise by placing that bet on Modern Pool. Some called him the Modern Fool earlier, but looks like it paid off right here. What are the standings after this marble death? I'm glad you asked, Carmine. Let me show you what the standings are before we head into the final race of this set. Before we move over onto the viewer races. Here they are, organized from lowest to highest. Omix, unfortunately, appearing late and betting on Radiant Mood, who has, I mean, to be fair, the last few races have a lot of death in them. Unfortunately, has 0 points. Philip with 8 points. Philip the second. Spike with 14. The Night Breeze Bros still with 14 points. In fact, the Night Breeze Bros have not earned any points in the past 4 races. They are all stuck on 14 points. Red Robotic Man, though, with 20 points on Radiant Mood. Kine with Smelly Stage has 21 points. Eschaton with 24 points. Never Gonna Give You Up with 28 points. However, YZAI has 29 points. Carmine has been dethroned with 32 points. But in first place right now with Super Glow, Let's Fucking Glow, is Ringe. Ringe is the one to beat as we enter this final race here with double points. So, let us move over onto the final race. Hop, skip, and jump. I will remind you, this is where points are worth double. So, in fact, there's a big jump here. There could be another chance for more and more death. And in fact, yes, you are right, Red Robotic Man. All Radiant Mood has to do is finish first and hope. And hope and pray that Super Glow finishes close to last. You can see Carmine is also cheering them on. Can we have another brilliant finish and have a comeback story like no other for Carmine? Finishing first at the beginning and at the end. Let us have a look and see. Again, this will be the final race for the betting. And after that, we will move over onto the viewer races after that, where we will put our money where our mouth is. But for now, though, on a hop, skip, and jump. Let's go with the final race. You can see Night Breeze is in the lead here, but again, this means nothing. It is all about who goes out of that funnel at the start. Imagine the smell. Can you imagine what a win would smell like, possibly? Let's have a look and see. They are all entering this spinner, or not spinner, but the funnel. Round and around they go. Looks like Rough Sprinter, Rapid Hawk, and Smelly Stage have a bit of a lower entry point than everybody else, though. They could be the ones to look out for. In fact, Rough Sprinter is already entering the bottom there. The final act. The final act is upon us. Will death... people always say that death is inevitable. Death is the end of the story for many. Will death be the one to write the end of this story here? And yes, for Philip, let's just hope that Tasty gets some points on the board. In fact, speaking of Tasty, here we have Tasty and Rough Sprinter up there in the first 2 pole positions, as everybody else is still stuck in that spinner. Let's see, Tasty Tutor and Rough Sprinter both stick the landing. There is this spinner here, though, that could block somebody's jumps and could send them flying into the abyss. Rough Sprinter and Tasty Tutor, meanwhile, have all this time to build up their speed. Modern Pool, unfortunately, gets hit against that spinner. That means that YZAI will most likely not have a finish. Night Breeze has a brilliant jump. Night Breeze jumps across the funnel and is currently up here in a potential first place as well over his Rough Sprinter and Tasty Tutor. What a brilliant play by Night Breeze. A ballsy jump indeed, saying, I don't need to go into that funnel. The funnel is for plebs. In fact, Night Breeze is up here in second place already. Rough Sprinter is still in first place. But Rough Sprinter gets stopped. Night Breeze navigates through it brilliantly. Night Breeze is coming here for a first place finish with Tasty Tutor in second place. Where is everybody else though? Let's have a look and see. Rapid Hawk is coming up here for the third place finish. And looks like Rough Sprinter got popped up into the air. You can see the death log there. Rough Sprinter died. Looks like Pretty Death though is coming up here for the fourth place. Arctic Crop in fifth. Radiant Mood in sixth. Where is Super Glow though? Where is Ringer's Super Glow? Super Glow is all the way back in 8th place. What a brilliant finish by Night Breeze there. Night Breeze may not be the best performer, but when Night Breeze does finish, Night Breeze definitely puts on a show. So let me tally up these scores. And again, with these points being doubled, it could still be anybody's game. Let's have a look and see. Alrighty, let me prepare the Excel spreadsheet. So, in last place with 10 points, that is still a respectable amount though. Omix to come in here with right at the end and still manage to scrape by with 10 points. That is brilliant. Maybe in the future, I recommend coming in here at 6 o'clock UTC plus 2 on time, and you can get in and make sure that you get bets in for every single race to increase your odds of winning. But we have Omix here in last place with 10 points. Next up was Kine. The smell, bro. The smell was not strong enough, was not pungent enough apparently for Kine. As Kine only had 21 points. Up next was Philip II with 26 points. Following Philip was Never Gonna Give You Up. Rough Sprinter had a bit of a rough run there towards the end, getting four 0-point races for Never Gonna Give You Up with 28 points. Next up was Wise the AI. Modern Pool did have a good run in the middle there with 2 first place finishes, but unfortunately was not enough. Wise only had 29 points. Up next was Radiant Mood with 30 points. Beating Red Robotic Man though. Maybe I spoke badly about you, Nanara, deciding to put Horsey in. But it turns out the Horsey Hen worked out in the end here, as you ended up, as well as with Spike and Mechanicat with 34 points. The Horsey Hen was worth it. After Nanara though, we have the top 3. It was Eschaton with 36 points. However, the final 2, it was incredibly close. Third place was 36 points. The final 2 results were 46 and 44. 2-point difference. This is why I say every race counts. Every single point you get counts. Had one of them come at least 2 or 3 positions higher in any race, the result would be different. But in second place, somebody had 44 points. But your first place finish today has 46 points. And that person with 46 points is none other, you're gonna hate me for this, but is none other than Carmine Phlegathon once again. Back-to-back wins. It is Carmine's day today. Carmine Phlegathon wins not only the community map races, but also the standard map races with a back-to-back double win. I don't know what Carmine is doing, what rituals or what spells he's been doing, but clearly, it works. I promise it has not been rigged in any way whatsoever. Oh. Let me get this back up here. Yeah, wow, Carmine, how come I let you have 2 wins? And you know what? I will say this. Maybe it's just that Carmine truly is the best Hoshi supporter out there. I mean, did you see the chants he was coming up with? He was spelling out Pretty Death's name, giving him support, giving him chants. That's what you like to see. That's why I say, the more you cheer and the more you support your Hoshi, the better they do. That is why Carmine has won. It wasn't Chuny power. It wasn't rigging. It wasn't doping. It was the heart. The power of love went from Carmine to his Hoshi, Pretty Death. And that is why Carmine won not one, but 2 races today. But here's the question though. Carmine may have won by betting on a Hoshi. The real question though is what happens when you have to put your money where your mouth is. What happens when we move over here to the viewer races? Can Carmine walk the walk? He may be able to talk the talk, but who knows? Maybe here we can take out our anger on Carmine and beat him into the dirt as we beat him up in the races. You weren't doping? Let me see the marble feed. Oh, Max, I don't know what you're talking about. We run a very legitimate racing rig here. But let's have a look and see though. Where is it? So of course, now we're gonna move over onto some viewer races. So as soon as we load up, we will have the classic way to play marbles, where you can type in !play. Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm making sure to choose a very specific map to start off with. And that's true. In fact, at the very start of the day, Carmine bets on Pretty Death, and I said to everybody, Carmine knows what he's doing. Carmine has won before. Maybe you should consider betting on Carmine's Hoshi as well, Pretty Death. And yet nobody listened to me. We all saw it. The information was there. We all know that Carmine knows how to bet. And yet none of us decided to follow along in his footsteps. But I'm sure you all know though, we had to of course start on this very specific map, the Delta, because it's none other than a Daytona racetrack. What better way to show off our speed and our brilliance and our racing than here on the Daytona racetrack known as the Delta. It is no longer about what our Hoshi is and betting on somebody else to win for us. Now we are the ones doing the racing. We are the ones to be betting ourselves. We are not racing for gift subs anymore. Now we are racing for something much, much, much more important. We are racing for pride. That's what we're racing for now. Arguably more important than the gift sub. And when's Talladega? I want to see somebody pull up the classic shake and bake maneuver here. I'd love to see something like that. But I think that is everybody lined up though. So, let me take a swig of water. And yes, Philip, I agree. Honor is much, much better than gift sub. You're betting yourself? we're racing for pink slips. Whoever loses has to give their Twitch account to the winners. I'm joking, of course. This is, as Philip says, this is for nothing more than honor. Arguably more important than anything else. And now since you can't cheer for yourself, you're absolutely going to tank. Well, we'll see, Carmine. We shall see after I take a sip of water. Marble. Yeah, we're racing for pinks. And also welcome Kaji as well. The Oni is very powerful in fighting games, but what about racing? Are you as powerful in the ring as you are on the tracks? You're gonna get a skip of you and Superglow. I'm curious what you would describe Superglow to the artist. This song makes you think, oh my goodness, Laser, you're sending me into a portal back into like 2012, 2013 with Rockefeller Street and Nightcore. But without further ado though, now that everybody's here, including Kaji, let us get this race underway on the Delta. In 10 seconds, of course. And they are off. Let's have a look and see who is the first one out here. Where is Carmine? Carmine, as expected, Carmine is way here at the back. But who knows? Maybe that's what he wants us to think, that he is slow, only to catch up at the end. But it is Eschaton who is currently in the lead there with the first place finish. But Ringe, channeling the power of Superglow, is currently speeding down there with first place. Omix and Never Gonna Give You Up, though, are not giving up the chase as they are fighting for that first place as well. Where is everybody else? Kain, Kaji, the two bros. They're probably playing Pokken as they're right neck and neck with each other. That's why they're so close to each other. Meanwhile, Omix has overtaken there for first place. Where is Spike? Spike is saying, come on, go him. Where is Spike? Spike, where are you? Oh, you're right at the back there. As expected, Spike is right at the back. Meanwhile, Omix is up there in first place. Omix may have gotten lost in the actual betting, but right now, Omix is showing dominance, but Never Gonna Give You Up is saying, no, I will not give up first place so easily. Never is close behind in second place. Meanwhile, Ringe is there in third. Kaji, Laser, and Kain fighting for fourth place. As Laser overtakes him, Spike has worked his way up the Spike all the way up here to fifth place, bridging through the gap. And let's have a look and see. And yes, I'm commentating from the back. See, I'm at the back so I can get a good view of everybody, like Nanura, who's right in front of me. Meanwhile, Omix is still in the lead. Never Gonna Give You Up there is still will not give up the fight. In fact, Never Gonna Give You Up could actually overtake Omix right here. In fact, Never Gonna Give You Up does overtake Omix for first place. After all of that time, the slipstream finally has come through and Never Gonna Give You Up is in first place as they enter this final turn here and is leaving Omix in the dirt. Never Gonna Give You Up is saying, I'm never gonna give you up. I will let you down though. In fact, he will desert you as Never Gonna Give You Up is in first place with Omix in second, Ringe in third, Kaji in fourth, Laser in fifth, Kain in sixth, and who is that? Philip in seventh, Eschaton in eighth. Never Gonna Give You Up, always the first one to use the first redeem. And as expected, is the first place finish there as well. The power of persistence, exactly. And justice has been served. Carmine, the winner back-to-back, is in last place there. You can see, let us all point and laugh at Carmine in last place there. And come on me, Nanara. Unfortunately, the third world internet also means third world speed. In 10th place there. Who knows, maybe come around though in the next race. Maybe you weren't wiggling fast enough, Nanara. Oh, actually, here is a good option. Buckshot. Again, this course is not about speed. This course is about accuracy. All those jumps. Have you all been practicing your aim and your jumps? Let's have a look and see. This one is not about how fast you reach the end. It's about how close you are to the bullseye right here in the center. Whose aim is true? Who has the straightest shot? Who will be the Kobe amongst us all? Carmine is clearly a classic test-binger. Well, let's have a look and see. Maybe racing wasn't Carmine's forte. Maybe instead aiming is a bit more up Carmine's alley. And oh my goodness, welcome Raiders. Hang on. This calls for something. Welcome everybody from Margo. But let me give you a quick shout out and do this. Whoa. Welcome Raiders. Woo, let me. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you an urgent announcement. We have had reports that the Twitch channel known as Shanaha_VT has recently fallen victim to a raid from an external party. Apparently, there are indeed hostages currently in the stream at the time of the raid, and so we advise that these hostages follow the leader of the raid in order to ensure their own safety. There does appear to be an officer at the scene who is trying to negotiate with these raiders. The officer is kindly asking that all raiders follow Shanaha_VT in an attempt to make peace between the two parties. That's all the info we have at the moment. We'll keep you updated as events unfold, but for now, we shall return you to your regular viewing experience. But welcome Margo, and welcome all the raiders from Margo's channel. And thank you for following Felly, as well as Ben B. Bones. I know you were playing, what was it? What was it called? I almost thought that it was Pokemon, but I had to do a double take. It was Goemon that you were playing, right, Margo? Hopefully that went well. But thank you all for following. Thank you all for following. Well, let me have a look and see. We are currently playing Marbles on stream. You just missed it, but we were actually doing something a bit earlier where we were doing some gambling. The way it worked was that we had people betting on marbles, and the winner would win a gift sub. In fact, one of our races here, Carmine Phlegathon, actually won back-to-back 2 gift subs to anybody you want. So if you would like to stop by one of these races, I do them every week, every Sunday, where you can bet on a marble, and if you win a prize of a gift sub to anybody you want. And you're playing Gunbutter Goemon. I hope that it went well then. And I see everybody's having fun playing around with my OBS levels with the redeems there. The fight between increasing and decreasing my mic volume. But let's have a look and see though. We are currently playing marbles on stream. We are finished with the viewer races, or we are finished with the gambling part of the stream, where people could bet for a gift sub, and instead we are doing some regular viewer races. So after this race, I'm sure you can all type in !play, and you'll be entered into some classic marble racing. And let's see, Kaji got there just in time at the end. So let's have a look and see though. This is on Buckshot. This is not a map about speed. This is a map about accuracy, how true your shot is. And don't worry about it, Ben Bones. I will get you in the next one. Let's have a look and see though. You can see at the end there is a target. You do not want to get there first. More importantly, you want to get there and make sure that you hit the center as much as possible. As close as possible to the center. You can see Eschaton, as well as myself and Carmine, are all barreling down there towards the end. Let's have a look and see. Hopefully, somebody here will land that classic bullseye. Kaji, unfortunately, I don't know what happened to you, Kaji, but you are falling down to the abyss. That is not the way you want to go. Unfortunately, Kaji will not even get a chance to shoot his shot. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, and Kaji did not even take a shot. Let's see, Eschaton and myself are approaching the bullseye though. Let's have a look and see who will fire true. We are both on either side of it, but let's have a look and see. Carmine lands even closer. Carmine's shot is the closest most likely right now, and everybody else there is sticking there. But Laser, with the laser accuracy, is the closest to the spot there, and Laser is the winner. But let me just have let me make sure I set this up properly. So now you can type in !play when the screen loads in, and you will have a chance to put your bet in. And we have another classic racetrack. It is a very popular racetrack called a Daytona racetrack. Those of you who know about Daytona, you will recognize this racetrack. It is a very simple 3-round race. In fact, we have some, oh my goodness, what is this? We have some fancy races here. We have Banana Bread 04 with a brilliant fancy entrance over there. That means that you should watch out for Banana Bread. As you can see, they definitely know what they're doing. Look at that paint job. It's like when they have a sponsored vehicle. And this is indeed a Daytona racetrack. This is where heroes are made. Like I said, this is not about racing for subs like earlier on in the stream where we were gambling. This is about racing for pride. Put your pride on the line. Do you have what it takes to step up to the plate and come in first and prove that you are the fastest ball among your peers? Corporate marbles with all the branding and stuff like that. No, in fact, the marbles are one and the same. There are no advantages. I swear there are no rigging involved. These races are not rigged in any way whatsoever. even though many people would argue otherwise. So, with everybody in though, let's have a look and see though. Let us get this race underway. As soon as I just take a swig of water. Don't horses get oh, that's true. Horses do indeed get sponsorships. Maybe in fact, when you place a bet on a horse during the marble gambling, think of that as a sponsorship. You're simply sponsoring a marble of your choice. But with everybody in though, let us get this race underway. It is 3 laps, 3 rigorous laps of endurance and speed. And yes, you can get premium carrots for the special horses. And they are off as soon as my computer unfreezes for a second. There we go. Now they're off. You can see Banana Bread even has a trail. Let's hope that we don't have to spend too much time in that trail. But Omix is currently, once again, just like the last race, taking the lead right there at the start. But Carmine, maybe having some revelation from himself, is thinking, maybe I can try and win this time. Carmine is up there in second place. Ben B. Bones is in third, but Banana Bread, with that trail, blazing a trail behind him, is following close behind in fourth place. Elliot Ambers is in fifth place. Nanara in sixth place. Omix still leading the pack. Where is Never Gonna Give You Up? The Never Gonna Give You Up, the winner from a previous race, is way back at the end there, with Laser at the back, and unfortunately Ringe and Spike right at the end. Meanwhile, Omix is already there on the second lap already. Carmine and Ben B. Bones are not giving up on the fight though, as is Banana Bread. Escaton takes a turn a little bit sharp there and comes around the corner. Omix is still in first place, but Carmine is slowly but surely picking up the pace. Let's have a look and see. Where is everybody else? So Ringe is still way at the back there, and Spike close behind. Spike, even though he's the racing VTuber, is arguably one of the slowest on the track right now. Omix is still up here in first place, so with a brilliant gap though that is growing and growing with each race as they enter the third lap here. But Ben B. Bones is overtaking Carmine though for second place most likely as they enter this turn. Escaton though is also coming around. Where's Banana Bread though? Banana Bread has been overtaken by Elliot Ambers. Elliot Ambers now in fifth place with Banana in sixth. Myself in seventh. Never Gonna Give You Up in eighth. Laser in ninth. Kine in 10th place. Meanwhile, Nanara, Spike, and Range are in the 10th or 11th through 13th place. But let's have a look and see. Omix 32 is still in first place as they are entering this final stretch. But it looks like Ben B. Bones takes a bit of a bump there and knocks down the speed for both of them. And lets Escaton take first place with Omix 32 in second place. Ben B. Bones in third. Carmine in fourth. Elliot Ambers in fifth. Myself in sixth. Banana Bread in seventh. Laser in eighth. Kine in ninth. And Never Gonna Give You Up in 10th place. Let's have a look and see though. It was looking very good for Omix up until the final bit there when Ben B. Bones decided to have a pit maneuver against Omix to slow him down. Very, very similar to the race from earlier actually, if I'm not mistaken, where Omix was in first place for so long, only to have victory snatched away at the final second. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. And Ben B. Bones, you were indeed speed. So speed, in fact, that you weren't in control. And you came smashing into Omix, causing you both to slow down, unfortunately. But here we have the next race on a hard landing. It was a calculated play, exactly. Maybe Ben B. Bones and Omix are in cahoots. Ben B. Bones was the hitman, trying to make sure to take out Omix. You just wait for the payment before taking a dive. You wait. Yeah, you gotta make it believable, right? You gotta wait till the very last moment to throw the game. Now then, let us move over onto hard landing. In fact, you can see in the top right hand corner, Mechanic at the previous record holder. Can somebody beat that record for the 2-minute mark? I think this will also most likely be our final race, as it is almost nearing 8 o'clock. So make sure to get your play in and we'll prove to see who is the best racer out among all of us here. Meanwhile, let me open up this. I'm gonna take a sip of water as well. Among Us as in the actual use of the word Among Us, not the game Among Us kind. I know the Zoomers these days, they hear the word sus and they immediately think, oh, Among Us, venting? Oh. But no, Among Us is a regular English word that can be used in a normal way. Believe it or not. Among Us is an actual word and not just a game. But enough about that though. Let us get on to Hard Landing, the next race. In 10 seconds, of course. And they are off on Hard Landing. Around and around they go as they enter this funnel. Who will be the first one out? Nobody knows. Let's have a race to the bottom and see. Let's see, they're all entering it, and around they go. The dance of death, as you can see. Nobody wants to be the first one out. But whoever is will most likely get a brilliant lead in front of everybody else. Can you imagine? It is no longer the gambling races kind. There is no longer a smelly stage that you can bet on. Instead, let's have a look and see. Everybody's nearing the bottom here. Who will be the first one out of this? Let's see. Nobody wants to be the first one out. They're all spinning around and around. They're all saying, after you, no, after you. No, after you, good sir. But let's see. They're getting closer and closer to the bottom. It is only a matter of time. As soon as one person breaks out though, I'm sure everybody else will follow in suit. In fact, looks like Eschaton is slowly but surely lowering down to the bottom. Will Eschaton be the first one out? No, in fact, Eschaton is still stuck, going back up. In fact, Eschaton finally is out and is going with a breakaway. It's a funnel simulator, exactly. It's like watching a tornado being formed right there and then. But Eschaton is currently in first place with a big lead in front of Kine and Omix32 back there. Laser, though, taking the other path, as is Benby Bones. This could be brilliant for them. They could catch up to Eschaton, in fact. Let's have a look and see. Benby Bones does indeed take the lead, as does Eschaton. But this is very careful, though. Let's follow Benby Bones. Taking a bit of a wide path there. It gets stopped, unfortunately. You have to be careful, though. People could shoot forward at any point in time. And also, welcome, Zeria. Welcome. You came just in time to witness our final race, most likely. Eschaton, though, is catching back up to Benby Bones and overtakes him. Everybody also is way back here. Laser 3 in third position, as the name suggests. Eschaton, though, that is the Ghost Mechanic head shooting forward. Nobody else is taking the risky play of shooting forward with those speed boosts. Everyone is taking it nice and slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race after all, though. So let's see. Eschaton is moving over this perilously. Benby Bones tries to overtake him, though, taking the outside corner. Benby Bones could actually overtake Eschaton as they're both dancing around the outside corner here. Who is the first one going forward? Benby Bones is the one to move forward. Laser coming down the middle, though. Unfortunately, gets stopped by a peg. Benby Bones takes the left side. Eschaton takes the right-hand side. Who will be the first one to the end? It's a tight finish, but it looks like Benby Bones is the first place finish with Eschaton in second place. Coming up in third, most likely will be Omix32. Kaji taking fourth place with Laser taking fifth on the other side. Spike coming up on the right-hand side for sixth place with Philip taking seventh place. Kine taking 8th place with Banana Bread in 9th place. And Never Gonna Give You Up most likely will secure 10th place. Myself in 11th. And Carmine, once again, Carmine may be able to make good bets and bet on a correct horse to win a gift sub. But he will not do well when he is the one doing the races. Coming in last place there. So Benby Bones is your first place finish there. I would say, well, is it Banana Bread? Unfortunately, the skin and the tail, the trail rather, has not been proving too well just yet. What happened with Mechanic? Oh, the one you saw there was the Ghost. If you see a name with a blue name, that is the previous record holder, and it's not actually a race. So we'll move over here onto Tundra Tumble, though. And, oh my goodness, that sound it makes whenever Banana Bread joins. Whew. Very fancy. I think we have time, though, for one or two more races, though. Like you see in the top right-hand corner. Oh, actually, no, you can't see in the top right-hand corner. It has been cut off, unfortunately. But currently, the record for this race is... There we go. Woodad QO. And so you'll see a blue marble or name, a blue name that has that name, and that is an actual racer. That is just the Ghost to show what the record is like. But let's have a look and see, though. Everybody's getting their plays in, entering the races. Let me take a sip of water while we wait. And let me also pull up this. What is the maid service redeem? The maid service redeem, I'm glad you asked. The maid service redeem is where I switch out myself and I call out a specific maid to take over the stream for a couple of minutes. everybody is getting their plays in. Everybody's racking up. Everybody wants to play on this. I mean, it's topical, right? It's winter. It's Christmas time in the Northern Hemisphere, so Snowman is perfect. The only thing that would make this better is to play Mariah Carey. Speaking of maid service, Omix, you're about to see what the maid service is. Oh my god, the double whammy. Right.
Huh. Alright, Nanara, it seems as though you called me out. It appears as though for the first time somebody has used the 3-minute character act, and I have to be a tsundere. Now, apparently what that means is, if you don't know, I have to act as if I like it, but I really don't. I'm only acting like this because of the redeems, okay? Don't get any wrong ideas. But Omix, this is what the maid redeem is. You see, every now and then we need to do some cleanup here. To clean up the riffraff like you guys. You guys are just so dirty and so scummy that every now and then we have to get a maid service to come in here and clean you guys up. But even though it's my job, I'm only doing it because it's my job though, okay? Just so we're clear here, I don't actually enjoy doing this. It's only because you guys force me to come out here, and it's because I get paid to do it. So that's the only reason why I ever decide to come out like this, alright? So for this next race, I suppose I'll have to do the commentary though. Not like even though I'm not really a fan of the commentary, I would never enjoy things like racing. I mean, who would enjoy watching balls going around? That's so vulgar. Oh my goodness. It's great, really makes you appreciate the cat. I'm glad that somebody here actually appreciates the cat, Omix. Even though, you know, I'm sure he would be happy to hear that. I'm sure that he would be happy to, there are some out there that would appreciate the cat more than the maid. But right now it looks like Carmine using his Chuny powers, which may seem cool. I'm not a fan of Chuny, but Carmine's doing very well here in first place. But Nanara, you were the one that called me out, weren't you? Nanara, I'm so glad that you... Oh, I'm not glad that you called me out, actually. So let's have a look and see, though. Second place, though, for Nanara. And let's go, you, I guess. Carmine, don't be so hard on yourself. Let's go, you indeed. Shout it from the mountaintops. Let's go, Carmine. But not really, though. Let's go, Carmine, like only to a certain degree, though. Meanwhile, where's Ben B. Bones? Ben B. Bones is way here at the back. Ben B. Oh, you... How tragic, Ben B. Bones. You're way at the back. Oh, my goodness. How disgusting. But I believe in you still, Ben B. Bones. I believe in you. You can still do it. Let's see, Carmine. Oh, my goodness, Carmine. How are you still in first, Carmine? Have you not had enough winning, Carmine? Can you just stop already? Like, what are you doing up there in first place? Like, what is wrong with you? Meanwhile, you have people like Nanara coming up here in second place, going around saying, "Nya." Carmine, it's still somehow in first place. My goodness, Carmine. Even if you do win, I'm not gonna give you another sub, alright? If you win a third time in a row, I am not giving you another sub, Carmine. 1 is enough, 2 is pushing it, but 3 is just a no-no. Kaji is up here in third place though. Oh no, second place, sorry. Kaji may be good at fighting games, but I don't know how good he is at racing games. Looks like Carmine somehow was your first place finish. Let's go, Carmine, indeed. Or at least, I think. I'm sure some people out here would enjoy Carmine winning in first place, even himself. Meanwhile, Kine is up here with Spike following close behind. Nanara is behind though, going, "Nya!" You can see the wigglies going on, proving the Wiggle army pushing him forward. With Kaji in second place, myself in third place, or no, not myself, but rather Shanahan in third place, Eschaton in fourth, Kine in fifth, Spike in sixth, seventh is Nanara. Thank you again for calling me out, Nanara, even though I hate doing this job. My voice hurts so much after doing this, but thank you though for calling me out. Banana B Bread is in 8th place, and last but not least, we have Ben B Burns and Omix taking up the wings there for 9th and 10th place. And Kaji, you devil, you. Second place gets nothing. Second place means nothing to me. If you want to win my heart, you have to come in first place, Kaji. Except for Carmine. Carmine doesn't count. He doesn't get my heart either. I don't want him to win my heart. He's won subs already. And cute now. I'm a maid for now. I'm a maid just for now. Action production. Elliot, you know what, Elliot? I'm glad that you're keeping out for fitness. I'm sure everybody here should do some squats. We could all use it, I'm sure. Even though I get more than enough squats already, I don't need you to tell me what to do squats. I'm doing the squats because I live a healthy lifestyle and I do squats anyway. So let me do these. Not because you asked for, but because I would do them anyway. 1, 2 squats. 3 squats. 4 squats. 5, 6 squats. 7, 8, 9. Whew, last one. 10. Whew. That's 10 squats. All right. Time now to get back. I've done my squats. And like I said, it's all in the name of getting fit. It's not for you, Elliot. Just because you redeemed them, I was going to do them anyway. You just happened to time it right. So good for you.
All right, and we're back. Woo. That's it's been a while since somebody has used that redeem on the 3-minute character, and I never thought somebody would use it in such a dastardly way, making me act as a tsundere maid. But let's have a look and see though. You know, we'll have one more race though. I would like my voice to recover from that. So we'll do one more race. I feel like this is me and Super Autopets all over again. I keep on saying one more race, one more, but that happens to infinity and beyond. So once again, type in !play. And speaking of the maid, love is in the air. Hopefully none of you have fallen in love with my maid avatar, because boy oh boy do I have a bad feeling for you. You've been planning it for a long time. Oh my goodness, you've been storing up those points, saving them. I have to be careful then. So it's been what, like a couple of months. I have to mentally prepare myself for when you would gather up your next amount of points. +1 round redeem wet. Omix, that's actually a brilliant idea. I should steal that and pretend like I came up. Hey guys, actually, wait, hang on, I have an idea. Let me have a quick delete that message. Hey guys, wouldn't it be great if we had a redeem that was +1 more round or +1 race? That'd be great, wouldn't it? I just came up with that idea myself. I'm sure it would go great. I'm sure you all would agree with that. Oh, hang on, where is the thing? Oh, there it is. Of course, that was Omix's message. But I should look into that, Omix. But let's have a look and see there. Everybody is lined up for Love is in the Air. Who knows? Maybe some people will find love in this race here. You just wanted to discuss politics. Okay, so you didn't hit there. Oh, welcome back, Russian bro. You may have missed out on the gambling. Maybe you can come here and win something more better than a gift sub. You can win pride and honor for your name instead. So, or maybe even since we're on the course Love is in the Air, who knows? Maybe you can find yourself the love of your life. Maybe, let's actually have a look and see. Carman and Kaji. On this map, Love is in the... Actually, yeah, can you see the name of the course? Let me move over there. Hey, you can see the course name up there. Love is in the Air. Kaji and Carman are looking a little close there. Guys are getting a little lovey-dovey. Love is indeed in the air for you two. Maybe even never gonna give you up in banana bread? Never gonna give you up? What are your thoughts on banana bread? I think that banana bread is very tasty. So who knows, maybe love could sprout between you two. Yes. You missed out on the gambling? Good. You already found the love of your life. Oh! Russian bro has cracked the code to finding love in life. And you gambled on squatting tints and maids. I'm glad that you guys made that. And yes, Marbles is indeed a dating app. Like I said, don't you guys know in grade school, like 3rd grade, the guy that got the most girls, the guy that was most popular, was the one who was the fastest out of everybody else. This is just an analogy for it. All you have to do is prove that you are the fastest one, and all the girls will flock to you. It's proven. That's why I tried so hard to be fast in 3rd grade. But alas, I was not the fastest, and so the girls did not indeed swarm me like they did the other guy that was the fastest. And no, I am not salty about that. I am not salty at all. And yes, as Spike says, the quick shots stay winning after all. Let's see. And Russian says, you haven't found love, but only in the marble sense. But who knows? Maybe we'll see. Maybe people can find love on this course here. As we get started on Love is in the Air. In a couple of seconds. And there they go. They are off. Let's see. The couple Never Gonna Give Up Banana Bread has broken up, as well as where's Carmine and Kaji? Are they still neck and neck? Are they still holding hands? No, they are not. Oh, they're kind of close there. Meanwhile, Laser 3 takes the lead in front of everybody else, bolting ahead. With Kine following close by. Never Gonna Give Up and Eschaton. Oh no, Never Gonna Give Up. It gets stopped though, unfortunately. It is Carmine and Eschaton up there in third place. But Laser is still commandingly in first place. Kine though, close behind. Hot on the heels of Laser 3. Philip, the only one taking the right hand side, as is Never Gonna Give You Up, Russian Bro, and Nanara. Nanara right at the back there, unfortunately, as they all move forward. The Ghost of Pocket Tournament. Yeah, you're right. The Ghost of Pocket Tournament is here. Pocket Tournament is the previous record holder right now. Kine, are you going to try and chase up? Can you maybe prove that you are also one to win here? You are taking the same path here on the left hand side, but you are a bit slower. You're chasing that dream, chasing that love. Maybe the love is in the air was Kine and his love for Pocket Tournament. Meanwhile, Laser is still in first place. Everybody else getting spattered around and around by these spinners. Elliot and Philip taking the right-hand path though. Moving out there, as is Spike and Nanara. Meanwhile, Russian Bro is out here on the left-hand side. Finally getting out of there, as is Banana Bread. Kaji getting sent backwards. Unfortunately, Kaji way at the back there. That's not what you want to do. Finally getting out of there. Omix, meanwhile, on the other side. The Spinner Hate indeed. Spinner Hate is screwing everybody over. Meanwhile, Laser got sent down to the bottom. You can see there, unfortunately. Laser falls off the course. Meanwhile, Philip sticks the landing, as does Spike. Philip could be your first place finisher as he approaches these minefields here, but gets bounced around. And Spike is also entering them now. Could have a chance. No, also gets bounced. And meanwhile, Nanara, just see on the right side, a wheezing nah can be heard in the distance as Nanara falls into the side, as does Kine as well. Meanwhile, Philip, Spike, and Never are all here in third place, or the top three positions. Meanwhile, Elliot and Russian Bro go on the other side. Kaji coming up here, as is Eschaton. Meanwhile, where is Kaji's broshi? Carmine up there. They were hand in hand at the start, but now they split, go parting ways. Kaji goes left, Carmine goes right. Will they meet up at the end though? Let's have a look and see. Right at the front here. Spike could be your first place finish. Spike and Never Gonna Give You Up. Maybe Spike and Never Gonna Give You Up are the first two to... Oh no, wait, actually, Elliot snipes it away from Never Gonna Give You Up, as Never Gonna Give You Up got stuck against these pillars here. And Elliot sniped it away from him. Meanwhile, Philip comes here in fourth place with the Russian Bro in fifth place. Carmine coming up for sixth place. Oh, and as expected... Wait, Carmine and Kaji, how sweet of you two. You both stop right at the end so that you two can finish hand in hand. Did you see that? Carmine stopped himself against those pillars to allow Kaji to catch up. How cute. The two who started right at the start holding hands. They waited for each other right at the end. Oh, love is indeed in the air between Kaji and Carmine. Oh my goodness. Humana, humana, humana. But Spike is the winner over there. Oh. Oh. That's a real broshi moment there. You know what happened? Carmine saw that Kaji was behind him and he said, oh, you know what? I see you tying your shoelace. I'm going to stop and wait for you to finish tying your shoelace while we come up. Why isn't Pocket Tournament in first? Oh, what you saw was the ghost. So you can see in the top right hand corner, it always has the name of a marble and a time. And you'll see a blue name will be there. And that blue name is for the ghost of the record holder. And I instinctively clicked on one more race and I was going to say, oops, that was a mistake. But when we end up on another Daytona racetrack, we have to play it. You can't skip a Daytona racetrack. It is against the rules of nature to skip a Daytona racetrack. So, and in fact, this is actually the... We have now gone through each of the 3 Daytona racetracks. We've gone on the Paperclip, we've gone on the Delta, and now the final one, the Boomerang. You can see here is a nice bigger one. a lot more turns, a lot more bendier, a lot more time to overtake. And yeah, unfortunately, it's not the Talladega racetrack. But we'll just have to settle with this, though. Hopefully, it will do. Do something. Yep. Alrighty. So, I'll give it a bit more time while I take a sip of water. Yeah, maybe finally, Omix, you will finally get a first place finish on a Daytona racetrack. Because so far in the previous two, you were in first place. You were in pole position for so long, only to have first place snatched away at the last possible moment, in the last seconds. Maybe now you can bring it around though, and we'll have to wait and see. As we go on to Daytona Racetrack 3, the Boomerang. Starting in 10 seconds, of course. And at the tiny goes me leaning back to reach for my water. Let's have a look and see though. Where are they? There. Where's Omix? Omix is up here in the middle of the pack. Unfortunately, is not in first place. It is never going to give you up. And Kaji, who are there in first place positions. Kaji and Never Gonna Give Up fighting closely for the Never Gonna Give Up is slowly picking up the speed and is overtaking Kaji slowly but surely as they're entering this turn here. But can Kaji take up the turner? But Banana and Kind though coming out of nowhere, close behind though for that third place. And Russian Bro is also picking up the speed. Never Gonna Give You Up is pulling away from Kaji. Kaji actually takes a bounce against the wall. That is not what you like to see. But in fact, could that actually be a brilliant play? The brilliant play by Kaji goes up against the wall to take a brilliant short line on that corner and overtakes Never Gonna Give You Up, as does Russian Bro. And Laser 3 is now also looking to overtake Never Gonna Give You Up. Kaji is currently in first place, but Russian Bro is rushing to try and catch up against you, Kaji. Can the Kaji ball make it? But in fact, Never Gonna Give You Up is saying, no, I will not go quietly into that night. Never Gonna Give You Up reclaims first place from Kaji. Meanwhile, Banana Bread is over here overtaking Russian Bro and could potentially overtake Kaji as well. Meanwhile, Never Gonna Give You Up is still building on that lead against Kaji. But can Kaji come up with another brilliant line in this corner coming up here? Let's see if he can do it. Where is everybody else? So Spike once again. Spike is right at the back, as is Nanora. Meanwhile, let's have a look and see. Never Gonna Give You Up. Kaji does not pull off that brilliant line though, but Never Gonna Give You Up does take a bounce against the wall, and Kaji is building up speed. Let's have a look and see. Kaji takes another bounce against the wall, and he's going to take the inside line. Can Kaji come around this corner to overtake Never Gonna Give You Up as they approaching the final lap here? Kaji is coming close behind. In fact, Kaji is picking up the speed. Kaji is almost bumping into Never Gonna Give You Up, trying to make a pit maneuver there. Misses, and unfortunately gets sent flying behind as Never Gonna Give You Up builds up speed. And Carmine, Banana Bread, and Russian Bro all overtake Kaji, most likely as they are now entering this final lap here. Kaji, we could see it in his eyes. Kaji was trying to take a collision course straight into Never Gonna Give You Up, but that did not work out. Instead, we have Russian Bro and Carmine who are now overtaking Never Gonna Give You Up. And let's see, Kaji is relegated all the way down to 5th place with Omix here in 6th. Spike has worked his way up from last place all the way up to 6th place right now. Meanwhile, Nana still at the back here. You can hear the tantrum going, no, no, yeah, 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 as Na races there at the back. Meanwhile, Carmine is up here in first place with a commanding lead. But in this final stretch, could Russian Bro, Never Gonna Give You Up, or Kaji overtake him? In fact, Never Gonna Give You Up is picking up speed, and Never Gonna Give You Up in the last spurt finishes in first place with Russian Bro in 2nd, Carmine in 3rd, Kaji in 4th place, Kain in 5th, Banana Bread in 6th, Spike in 7th, Omix in 8th, Eschaton in 9th, and myself in 10th place. Once again, Never Gonna Give Up. Actually, that's the 2nd race now that Never Gonna Give You Up has won. Again on another Daytona racetrack too. You always wake up too late. Apologies, Bodega. You know what? Since you came by, you may have missed out on the gambling races, but you know what? You are just in time for another regular viewer race, Bodega. You may not be able to win a gift sub, but you could win the honor and the favor of your peers if you prove to be the fastest marble. It's okay, you ready to vibe? Well, we're not vibing, Bodega. We're doing something more important than vibing. We're racing. There's no time to vibe. You don't want to get stuck vibing at the back. You want to be out there in front racing. Vibing is not what you want to be doing. You need to be out there winning. And the brain rot of one more is just constantly going on. One more every single time. Again, like I said, you may not be able to win a gift sub for the gambling, but you could win arguably something even better. Something more important than a gift sub. And that is honor, pride, EP, if you will. And I would say that that is something worth racing for. That is something that I would be willing to put my life on the line for. So, with everybody joining up here, let's have a look and see. Who will be the one to win on Convergence over here? A nice lengthy map. Oh, let me... Where is the button? There it is. So it will start in about, what is it? 10 seconds. Wait, hang on, where it is? We have to, of course, wait for the All-Star. I think everybody's here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I shall take a sip of water though first before we get the next race underway. Because my goodness, my throat is parched. Alrighty, so on Convergence, let's have a look and see who is the fastest among us. Again, that is not an Among Us sus vent joke. That is, I'm literally saying, who is the fastest among us? I can already hear you typing in, haha, sussy Among Us. He made the reference. That is not a reference. So let's have a look and see as they are all barreling their way forward now onto this pachinko machine here. There's an even split. Some taking the left path, some taking the right hand path. You did dismiss it, unfortunately, Elliot. Unfortunately, you were fast enough to make the dumb sus Among Us joke. But let's see. Kine and Carmine are the first two out on each respective side. Kine, brilliant path out of the pachinko machine already. Meanwhile, people are still only now entering the pachinko machine. Kine is already on his way, barreling down the path here, but is getting bonked by each and every one of these pillars. Kine, that is not what you like to see. But you are still developing a brilliant lead in front of Carmine with second place, Bodega in third though. Everyone else is catching up though. Let's see. Spike is brilliantly navigating through those pillars though, but is still in second place. Meanwhile, Kine is in first. Spike hot on the tails though. This could be the run for Kine. Look at this brilliant lead that Kine has. You can see him saying that this is run. But no, Kine is getting stuck up here. Kine, you gotta make it out of there. In fact, Spike has caught up already. Spike is in first place now. Carmine bumps Kine out of the way to overtake him for second place. Spike out here with the first place. Carmine as well. Spike and Carmine out there in first place. Spike could be reclaiming his crown as the racer. Never gonna give you up close behind though. Where is Kine? Kine finally coming out of there at the top there. Where is everybody else? Carmine still in first place. Will Carmine finish again? Spike falling off the side. You can see on the right hand side there, the death log. Spike went a little bit too fast, a little bit too furious. Meanwhile, Carmine, Russian bro, out of nowhere though, with some speed, gets unfortunately stopped right by these pillars, but has overtaken Carmine. Carmine gets some speed and gets bumped up into the air. Never gonna give you up though. Gets boosted forward, and Carmine is navigating through these pillars brilliantly. Where is everybody else though? Can somebody else come around? Carmine is navigating through these. He gets stopped though. Could this be a chance for Never Gonna Give You Up to catch up? Never Gonna Give You Up is catching up and overtakes Carmine in this last bit. And Never Gonna Give You Up is approaching these speed bumps. And it is surely going to be Never Gonna Give You Up in first place yet again. With Kaji falling down into the abyss there on the side. You can see, in fact, Never Gonna Give You Up sets a new record. Beating Running River with Carmine here in second place. Russian Bro coming up in third. Eschaton in fourth. Robert Brown coming up here in fifth place. Oh no, wait, actually, Robert Brown stealing fourth place as Russian Bro gets stuck there on the exit. Bodega Rat stuck up here on these pillars. So, come on, Bodega, you can make it around there. There we go, finally, Bodega will surely get sixth place. Meanwhile, Kine, where are you? You were the one in first place, and now you're busy touching hands with Judo Kami. Are you guys having fun here? Are you guys enjoying yourselves? Kine, Judo, are you... do you need me to give you guys some space? You guys are having some fun here, I think. Look at them bouncing. Oh, you guys are touching tips each other. Oh, Judo Kami finally makes it out of there. Finally, there we go. Oh, only to get stuck by once more. Okay, there we go. Thank you. They make it out of there. Only to get... Oh, Kine. Okay. Whew. Oh, wait, Kine Kind takes a big jump and it gets sent flying into the abyss. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, Judo gets stuck once more. It's a comedy of errors between Judo Kami and Nanase Kain. Judo saw Kain. He saw what happened and said, I don't want to get sent flying like that. I'll rather get stuck here. I'll sit here. I'd rather sit here and guarantee I stay on the track than get sent flying. In fact, no. In fact, you get timed out, unfortunately. And it is never going to give you up who wins yet again. Oh, Kain and Kami had a bit too much fun at the back there. They were the two who sit at the back of the bus and they make all the funny sounds. And you always wonder, what are those two doing at the back there? And thank you for following, Judo Kami. Imagine getting a bump from those pillars and ending up in the goal. In fact, we have had some brilliant plays like that happen before, Robert Brown. We've had some brilliant plays and we've had some brilliant fails of people attempting it. Kind of like what Kane did there. But let's have a look and see on the Devil's Chaos. Oh my. This is a very spooky, scary map. There is a lot of possibility of death actually happening on this map as well. Yes, one more, he says for the 10th time in a row. And let's see, everybody's getting in now. I will say, this is the Devil's Chaos. This is a very, very scary map because there is a potential for a lot of death, just like the other courses. In fact, let's have a look and see. Oh, it's a very spooky map. It's a very lengthy map as well. There is a potential for a big shortcut as well, depending on how you make some of the jumps. So Robert Brown, we might actually have that ability of yours, or not ability, but that prediction of yours where people will have a big jump and actually land. The one more streamer strat is so good. I mean, marbles is just so fun. You can't, it's like the saying, you can't end on a win, you can't end on a loss. It's a dangerous loop to be stuck in, but a fun loop nonetheless. So, let us get the next race underway then on Devil's Chaos. Let me just make sure. Oh, Mechanicat, welcome back as well. I just noticed you there. Alrighty. I pinky promise this will be the final one. Playing until Eskom goes out. Well, thankfully, technically speaking, I don't have load shedding, so my power should be on indefinitely until who knows when. But I pinky promise this will be maybe the final race. Well, let's get it going on Devil's Chaos. This will definitely be close to a final race. What's Eskom? Eskom is my power supplier, or my country's power utility supplier. And they are known for cutting our power because of technical difficulties and stuff like that. Because as those of you who don't know, I live in South Africa, where electricity is not exactly the most abundant thing going on right now. But let's have a look and see. It is currently Omix32 who is in first place with Kain following close behind though. Kain though gets stopped by the spinner. Meanwhile, Omix has free reign to go forward, building a brilliant lead in front of everybody else. There we have Omix. All you have to do is find a hole, Omix, to go through and move over onto the next spot. But Carmine never going to give up, and Kain though have all caught up now. And meanwhile, you are still trying to find a hole, but Kain is the first one to find that hole, as is Carmine. And oh no, Kaji and Kain, the two both fall down to the bottom. They're going down to play Pokken on the side there in hell. Meanwhile, Carmine is still in the lead here. And never going to give up, is close behind. Bodega Rat is also in there. Eschaton and myself all fall into the abyss. Let's see, Spike is here, bringing it up from the back. Spike, all you have to do is find the hole. It's not that hard, Spike. Just find a hole, Spike. It's not that hard. There we go, Spike. That's what I like to see. Meanwhile, Carmine gets stopped by these bolts as never going to give you up. Takes up some speed and is entering the spinner. Mechanical Project. This is a ghost of Mechanical Project, a previous record holder. But currently, it is never going to give you up in first place with Omix in second. Robert Brown in third. Bodega in fourth. Ringe in fifth. As they are approaching this big jump here. Let's see. And wait, what? Philip the second, what are you doing over there? Where are you going? Philip, unfortunately, does not make it and get sent into the abyss. A Spoik! Spoik, where are you? Spoik, what are you doing back here? Are you stuck on a... Oh, you're stuck on a thing. You hate to see it. Everybody has already been making these jumps though. Let's have a look and see. Robert Brown currently in first place. No, Robert Brown, unfortunately, the caster curse. Robert Brown falls down into the abyss, meeting the devil himself, leaving Bodega Rat up here in first place with Never Gonna Give You Up and Omix close behind on the heels for second and third place with Range on fourth. But Carmine is up there on the left-hand side by himself, brooding secretly, plotting some Chuny mastermind strategy up here on his left side. Meanwhile, Bodega enters the spinner, as does Never Gonna Give You Up, Omix and Range. Let's see. Can Carmine actually pull off a big jump here? Carmine, you could pull off a big play here depending on how you come out of here. Carmine drops out of there and he lands in the hole and he lands, goes straight through the bottom. Carmine gets a straight shot to the bottom. A brilliant play. Does not get spent any time in the spinner, as does Judo Kami. Carmine, it's a repeat from the tiebreaker race between Carmine and Bodega Rat, where Carmine pulls off a brilliant jump to jump ahead in front of Bodega, who is still leading the pack on the right-hand side. But Never Gonna Give You Up has actually caught up to Bodega and is right behind her. Meanwhile, Carmine is up here on the left-hand side, easily securing first place, with Judo Kami up close behind in second. Meanwhile, where's Spike? Spike only now entering the spiral staircase up here. Meanwhile, Bodega Rat, Never Gonna Give You Up, Omix and Range are on the other side here. But Carmine is approaching the final spinner here. But can Kami overtake him? Judo Kami, a brilliant path, navigates past the spinner without any slowdown whatsoever. And Judo Kami, you say that's how it's done, Carmine? No, that is how it's done by Judo Kami. Coming in here with first place, Carmine in second place. Bodega Rat, as well as the rest of the gang coming up here. Bodega Rat actually in last place back there, with Never Gonna Give You Up getting sent the wrong way by the spinner, as is Omix, but Omix is still moving forward. Orange getting stopped by the spinner. Omix surely getting a third place here, with Never Gonna Give You Up getting a fourth. And Bodega getting into the spinner, and will surely get a... No, Bodega is going side to side. That is not what you do. You don't want to be slaloming. You want to go straight forward, like Range, who gets fifth place. Bodega gets seventh. Meanwhile, Spoik. There we go, Spoik. Slow and steady wins the race. At least you're gonna finish, Spike. Eventually, Spike. Spike, come on. Can you pick up the pace a little bit? As a CEO and businessman, this was calculated. It was nothing but business after all, as Judo Kami says. The Chuny power is nothing to a business deal. It was like another sealing, another deal, signing of the papers. It was like a regular action for Kami. Nothing new for Judo Kami. Well, I will say though, like the previous race where Kami and Kain were stuck back there, that was just them discussing business details, negotiating, if you will. That's why they were stuck back there for so long. That's why. Half the field eliminated. Exactly. Half the field eliminated. I instinctively clicked on another race. But you know what? It's fine. What's the current challenge? There's a challenge? Wait, what? As far as I know, there's no challenge that I'm aware of. But we will do yet another final race. This will be our 10th final race in a row now. I promise this will be the final race. I pinky promise. The final lost. I mean, I'm just such a fan of marble racing, aren't you guys? And let's have a look and see. And this is indeed a very pretty racetrack to be on as well. Marbles Diner. Alrighty, I think everybody's in now. Okay, I'm marking it down. I'm going on record to say that this will be the final race. I said final race with as much honesty as the assurance that there's no rigging. Exactly. And listen, if I make sure that this is the final race, that means that you'll know that there's no rigging as well. You're getting some sort of progress after every round at the bottom of the scoreboard. Oh, I see. I'll have to have a look at that. As far as I know, there's no real challenges, but maybe I'll have to have a look into that. All right. Now, you know what? Here. I'll prove that it's a final race by even playing the final race music. Laser, you activate your turbo? Oh, turbo. Don't say it out loud, Laser. You have to keep it a secret. You know it's a final race when you hear the Passionate Duelist theme playing. And they are off with I promise the final race here. And Laser is activating the turbo boost with the 1 bit. We'll see if it works out though. As it is currently Eschaton in first place there. The first one out of it. Let's have a look and see though. Getting stopped by these pillars though. Bodega Rat as well as Never Gonna Give You Up is the first one to make it past everything else though. Bodega Rat and Philip are close behind though. Never Gonna Give You Up did not get stopped at all. Meanwhile, where is Laser? Did the speed boost work out for you, Laser? No, it did not look like it worked out for you. Let's hope that the speed boost activates sooner rather than later. Meanwhile, Never Gonna Give You Up. You can see. Oh, okay, that is the ghost of Young Flight up there. It is Never Gonna Give You Up and Bodega Rat up here in first and second place, but Kine as well as Robert Brown are coming up close behind. Robert Brown snipes second place in front of everybody else. Meanwhile, where's Laser 3 though? Laser 3, that speed boost. Did you see the speed from Laser 3? That is the turbo activation right there. But all you did, Laser, was push everybody up forward and send them all up into a conga line. In fact, Laser, look at you now. Through inertia, you are stuck back here. Finally getting pushed forward by everybody else. So Never Gonna Give You Up is still in first place. Kine in second though, with Bodega and Robert Brown in third and fourth. Eschaton in fourth. Where is everybody else? So Kami is busy. He's busy with the paperwork still, right at the back there. Still busy signing off on some paperwork. Mechanicat up there, as well as Omix and Carmine. Meanwhile, it is still... No, it is Kine who has overtaken Never Gonna Give You Up. He has a message to deliver to the Sea God, and he has to get there soon. That is why Kine is up there in first place, with Never Gonna Give You Up in second. Philip in third place. Meanwhile, Eschaton is up here in fourth place. Robert Brown in fifth. Everybody else here, there's a big blockade. Everybody's getting stuck, not knowing what to do. Up here at the corner, Bodega, will you finally push forward? No, Bodega gets sent backwards. Spike finally is moving forward and is allowing everybody else to catch up. Meanwhile, Kine is up here still in first place, but Philip and Never Gonna Give You Up are close behind though. Meanwhile, Eschaton, Robert Brown, and Spike and Laser are all up there behind him. The rest though are still stuck back up here. Kaji, Mechanicat, Jirokami, Omix, and Carmine are all back up here. What are you guys doing? You're all lost and confused. Meanwhile, Kine is overtaken by Philip the second. Maybe the second, but Philip is currently the first right now. But can he keep up with that? Let's see. Kine takes the spinner and is on the outside edge. Philip unfortunately gets set backwards. Philip now is indeed Philip the second. Meanwhile, Kine is in first place, as Never Gonna Give You Up is also entering the spinner, as is Eschaton. Let's see. Kine is making his way towards the final spinner though. There is a chance that Kine could get stuck here. Let's have a look and see. How does he enter it? Kine enters it and he gets sent backwards, but he moves forward. And there we go. Kine is through. Kine is your first place finish. Philip the second. Brilliant pass through there, but unfortunately you are still second place, Philip. Myself coming up here. Robert Brown though. Robert Brown narrowly goes through. Not even as well as Eschaton. Robert Brown third place. Eschaton in fourth place. Not even getting touched by the spinner up here. Never Gonna Give You Up will secure fifth place. Myself will finally come out of there for sixth place. Spike coming up here with seventh place. Bodega Rat could overtake him though. No, Bodega Rat gets sent backwards, which means that Laser comes in and Laser snipes away 8th place from Bodega Rat. Meanwhile, it is a fight now for the final 10th place here between Omix, Mechanicat, Kaji, Carmine, and Jirokami. But right now, it looks like Omix could be the one to get 10th place, depending on how he manages through this spinner here. Goes through it. Oh no, gets sent backwards, unfortunately, and makes it through finally. Omix is going to be your 10th place finish, with Kaji coming up here for 11th, most likely, with Mechanicat close behind her in 12th place. Jirokami coming up here in 13th place, most likely. And Carmine. Oh, how the mighty have fallen, Carmine. From a double back-to-back betting winner to last place. The Tuni power does not extend to the viewer races, it looks like. And oh, to add insult to injury, he gets pushed backwards even. But finally, there we have it. Carmine. Last place finish. But it is Nanase Kine who comes in your first place. You may not have won the Pokemon tournament, but you win in our hearts here in this final race on Marbles Diner. Cat gently reminding you, anything under boost 10 is up to up to luck. Exactly. And you know what they say? The final race, the golden goal, this was the one for all the marbles. So let it be known that Kine is the fastest among us all, has the biggest EP, and is the one to call himself the winner of the viewer races, because this truly was the final race. Like I promised. So, let's move over here. Alrighty. So after 2 rounds of races, where Carmine somehow won both of them. Carmine, I'll get in touch with you after the race, after the stream, to find out who you want 2 gift subs to. We had some fun little viewer races, and we had like 10 final races. So thank you everybody though for coming by the racing stream, and thank you as well if you came by from Margot's raid as well as to Margot. Again, if you don't know Margot, you should check her out. She plays fun retro games, and she's also a really talented artist. So, my voice is gone now. That is all though for today's races. I thank you all for joining me today. And if you liked what you saw, feel free to drop a follow or follow me on Twitter as well. As like I said, I do these every single weekend, every single Sunday to be specific. And like I said, you may have missed out on the gambling races, but we do a thing where if you come by, you can bet on a marble, and if you get points, or if you get the most points from betting, you can actually win a gift sub to anybody that you want. And then after that, we always have the typical, the races, the viewer races where, you know, you can race for EP and for honor. So, that is all I have for you today though. I do not have a schedule up for the next coming week. I don't know what I'll be playing. But like I said, the only thing that is for certain is you can expect another racing stream next Sunday. So I hope that you're all excited for that. Again, if you want to know when exactly and be updated for when that does happen, feel free to follow on Twitch and or Twitter so you'll be notified, and make sure that you never miss a chance at gambling for a gift sub. I have the prettiest horse marbles. I'm glad that you enjoy them, Omix. And thank you everybody else for coming by. But let's have a look and see who we can raid. Let's see. Joza is streaming? Joza is streaming. We did raid her last time though, I think. We raided her yesterday. Who else is there we can raid? Majora Mask? Ooh, is she carrying on with her Legend of Zelda stream? Oh. To be fair though, we did raid her. We have raided her previously. I know. Oh, I know who we can raid. We can raid Netania Belladon, who is currently playing. What is she playing? Oh, she's playing Harvest Moon. A nice, comfy Harvest Moon game. So let's go and raid Letania Belladon, who is playing Harvest Moon. But once again, thank you all for coming to today's stream. I shall see you next time, whether it be sometime in the week or for next week's marble races. I hope you all have a brilliant rest of your Sunday and a brilliant week going forward. Until next time though, I shall see you all, and I hope you all have a great day. And yes, Laser gets it. As always, the raid message shall be Shanna hello. So thank you all, and I shall see you all next time. Bye bye.